tonight's Central Warriors basketball. I'm Chad Dotson. With me tonight is Austin Yeary. First varsity game tonight, the Lehigh Lady Generals.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lee High School for tonight's Mountain 7 District contest between the visiting Central Warriors and your homestanding Lehigh Generals. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Now for the starting lineups for the girls' varsity contest. First for the visiting Lady Warriors. Number 11, Brittany Mullins. Number 12, Brooke Porter. Number 23, Olivia Mullins. Number 30, Hannah Carter. And number 42, Dee Savetnich. Head coach of the Lady Warriors is Robin Dotson. Now the starting lineup for your Lady Generals. Number 10, Caitlin Brown. Number 11, Philly Tolentino. Number 12, Shelby Fannin. Number 20, Candace Quillen. And number 21, Bailey Cox. Head coach of the Lady Generals is Caleb Church.
Okay, we're ready, just about ready for tip-off here at Lee High School. To reset it again, this is Chad Dotson and Austin Yeary. A little bit late coming on because the speaker is right next to us, but I got here just in time for the starting lineups. Central looking to go 3-0 in the Mountain 7 district, this district matchup on the road.
As we get ready for tip-off, it looks like Dee Savetnik will be ready for the tip for the Warriors. And for Lehigh, it'll be number 12, Shelby Fannin.
This Lehigh team, only one senior on the entire roster, a really young squad.
Looks like Central will win the tip. Olivia Mullins with it now. Passes to Brooke Porter out to Brittany Mullins. Left corner three. Comes up short. Long rebound goes to Hannah Carter. He passes to Olivia Mullins. And the offense will reset. She's on the right wing. Pass intercepted. But then Olivia Mullins regains possession. She's with the ball now. Pass to Brooke Porter to Brittany Mullins. Left baseline. Back to Porter. To Olivia Mullins. Thought about a three, didn't take it, drives inside. They're going to call a travel on Olivia Mullins. Be a turnover, Lee basketball.
Central's going to step back out in this full court pressure, 2-2-1 zone press.
Fannin inbounds to, Tolentino, back to Fannin. And an intercepted pass by Olivia Mullins on the other end. Fast break score makes it 2-0, Warriors lead. Tolentino with it now. Back to Fannin. Quillen with it now. She's across half court, top of the key. Pass to Tolentino on the right side. Pass tipped and stolen by Brittany Mullins. And the ball bounced out of bounds. They're going to say it'll still be Central ball.
Buck Central got a size advantage like we had it the other night against John Battle. Could be a similar circumstance if Dee Savetnik and Hannah Carter play like they did the other night.
Brittany Mullins passes out to Brooke Porter in the left corner for a three. It's up and good. Makes it 5-0 Warriors. Fanning with it now to Tolentino to Quillen. Warriors in about a three-quarter press. And Olivia Mullins, another steal, other end, and the layup is good. It looks like Lehigh is going to call a timeout.
30-second timeout. The ball hunters are having a lot of difficulty against that central pressure. Lehigh coached by Caleb Church, former assistant boys coach at Central High School. Coaching Lehigh Lady Generals.
That last layup there makes it 7-0 Warriors lead. Their defense is just shutting Lehigh down, and their offense is getting right through the defense.
I feel like we're going to repeat ourselves from the other night because it's a similar way it started against John Stewart Battle High School. Since being really aggressive defensively, it's leaving easy buckets. 7-0, minute and a half gone. Not even quite a minute and a half.
Lehigh inbound. Fanning with it. She'll bring it up the court. Pass to number 10. That's Brown. Back to Fanning. She's double teamed. Pass tipped. Brittany Mullins comes away with the steal. She's headed the other way. Pass to Hannah Carter. Ball comes loose, and Fanning gets the steal. Lehigh headed the other way with it. Loses her dribble. Tolentino comes away with it. Quillen with it now. Olivia Mullins poked it loose. Brittany Mullins on the steal. Passes back to Olivia, other end. Another layup. Makes it 9-0 Warriors.
If Olivia Mullins can make 3 layups every 2 minutes like this, we're going to be in pretty good shape tonight.
Quillen with it. Her pass was tipped by Hannah Carter. Went out of bounds. It remained Lee basketball.
Just nothing that Lee can do against that central pressure. Central girls jumping every passing lane. Impressive start for the Warriors.
Tolentino with it. She's guarded by Brittany Mullins. Pass out to Shelby Fanning. She'll pass to Quillen at the top of the key. Out to Cox. Into Fanning. I don't know if that was a shot or just tipped away, but Tolentino got possession, put up a shot. No good. Hannah Carter on the fast break now. No good. We're going to say it was a charge on Hannah Carter.
We're not sitting down on the floor tonight, so the referees can't hear, so I'll just say that was a garbage call. I no way in the world
it was. Quillen set to inbound, passes into Tolentino. Back to Quillen. Warriors still pressuring. Quillen still with the ball, pass to Tolentino. Finally gets across half court. Her pass tipped by Brooke Porter. A little bit of contact there. She goes down.
Haley Cox, junior forward for Lehigh, just leveled Brooke Porter, and not sure how the referees could fail to see that foul. Wow.
It's pretty rough. Nevertheless, ball sails out of bounds at Central ball now as Olivia Mullins brings it up the court.
Porter's tough. She can take it.
Oh, yeah. Olivia Mullins passes down to Hannah Carter, out to Brooke Porter. Corner three. Won't go. Quillen rebound. Body's on the floor. Quillen hustles the other way. Brooke Porter tipped it away. Goes out of bounds. Still lead ball.
The rebound down there. I think it wasn't a foul this time, but I think Brittany Mullins hit her head on the floor. Some rough play under the basket. Looks like she's okay. Although I believe Hannah Large is going to come in for her.
Substitutions now for Lehigh. Abby Middleton will come in as Bailey Cox will take a seat. Quillen inbounds to Tolentino. And they're going to say over and back, looks like.
I think they're going to say she carried the ball.
Central ball. Inbound to Hannah Carter, who hands right back to Olivia Mullins. Makes her way across half court. Out to Brooke Porter. Cross-court pass to Hannah Large. She drives to the right baseline. Inside to Dee Savetnik. Out to Porter. Olivia Mullins, corner three. Air ball. Quillen gets the rebound. Lee headed the other way. Passes to Tolentino. She'll drive to her right inside the lane. No good. Rebound by Brown, and she put it right back up and in.
Tolentino nearly with the steal on the ensuing throw-in.
That last basket made it 9-2. As on the other end, Hannah Large misses a corner three. Dee Savetnik got the rebound, put up a shot, got a rebound again. Passes out to Olivia Mullins. She's at the top of the key now. Pass to Hannah Large. Brooke Porter with it. Drives into the lane, pulls up. won't go. And Middleton gets the rebound for Lehigh, and Tolentino will bring it down the court. Long pass tipped by Olivia Mullins, went out of bounds. It'll still be Lee ball.
After that early three by Brooke Horton, everybody's gone a little bit cold here for Central. Still 9-2 lead early.
Fannin inbounds to Quillen. Passes out to Tolentino. He's guarded closely by Hannah Large. Crossover. Floater from the free throw line comes up short. Hannah Carter gets the rebound. Brooke Porter heading the other way with it now on the fast break. Her layup is up and good. Makes it 11-2 with 3:30 left in the first quarter.
Nice little drive coast to coast by Brooke Porter there.
Tolentino with it now. Pass to Quillen. Her pass tipped by Olivia Mullins will be out of bounds. Still Lee ball.
Even when they're not getting turnovers, they're getting a lot of balls on passes, a lot of tip passes. Really impressive defensive performance so far. Looks like Brittany Mullins is back in the game now. It's good to see.
Lehigh with it now. We got Quillen with the ball. She's guarded by Olivia Mullins. Comes across half court. Drives in the lane. Out to Middleton. Corner three. Won't go. DeSavetna gets the rebound. Passes ahead to Olivia Mullins. Fast break scenario once again. Rebound is up and good. It's too easy for her. Makes it 13-2. Central lead.
4 layups, 8 points for Olivia Mullins so far. Good start to the game.
Tolentino with the ball now for Lee. Passes to Fannin. She's trapped by Mullins. It's Brittany Mullins.
10-second call.
10-second call.
Pressure, really. They just can't get anything done against this Central pressure. Time 23, Caddy Martin will come in, sophomore forward for Lehigh.
Looks like there's a confusion there. Lehigh's ready to inbound the ball.
Well, you got to give them A for effort.
Olivia Mullins inbounds to Brooke Porter. About 2:45 left in this first quarter. She'll pass out to Brittany Mullins. Cross-court pass to Olivia Mullins. Finds Brittany wide open for three. Nothing but net. Makes it 16-2 Warriors lead with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Middleton with it now for Lehigh. She'll pass to Quillen, and she traveled.
These Lee County guards just having difficulty doing anything at all. It looks like we're going to get a freshman and a sophomore in the game now.
It'll be Jill Sturgill and Hannah McCamus enter the game. Sturgill looking to inbound the ball here. Finds Brittany Mullins. Drives in for a layup. It's good. Makes it 18-2 Central lead. Lehigh with the ball now. Quillen bringing it down the court. Passes to Fannin. Gets across half court. And they're going to say she was fouled. Number 30, it's Hannah Carter. I believe that'll be her second foul here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a foul. She's going to come out now. Bailey Allison, sophomore for Central, going to come in for the play. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 18-2. That's a pretty good start.
Looks like we got a substitution for Lehigh. Katie Martin comes in. And Tolentino with it now. Top of the key. Pass out to Fannin. Drives to her right into the lane. Her shot is blocked by Brittany Mullins. Ball bounces around. Middleton ends up with it. Tolentino with it once again. Pass back to Middleton. She drives in. I believe it's going to be another foul on Central. We're going to say it's on Hannah McCamus. Foul's on the floor, so Central, or Lehigh rather, will keep possession. Middleton inbound. Long pass to Cox. No, that was Brown. Now Tolentino with it. Pass to Fannin. She's at the top of the key. Pass out to Tolentino. Drives down the right baseline. Pass out to Middleton. She's guarded closely by Bailey Allison. Nothing there. Has to pass to Fannin. Pulls a mid-range J on the baseline. Won't go. DeSavetna gets a rebound. Brittany Mullins bringing it the other way for Central now. She'll pass to Jill Sturgill. Passes to Bailey Allison. And the ball's stolen by Brown. And then Brittany Mullins grabbed a hold of the ball to be a jump ball. Lehigh possession.
The younger Warriors coming in now, you know, like we said last time out, good effort defensively, a lot of pressure, not missing a beat.
Tolentino with it now for Lehigh. She'll pass to Middleton. Back to Tolentino. Good defense by the Warriors. Brown with it. Long pass sails over her teammate's head out of bounds. The Central ball.
We for a moment thought they had someone open under the basket. Brittany Mullins dove back as she's supposed to and sort of scared the ball handle a little bit, threw it over her head out of bounds. I'd be scared of Brittany too. She already has one block shot today.
Looks like Brittany Mullins will take a seat as Grace Thompson comes in for Central. It looks like Cox will come in for Lehigh. Thompson with it now on the right wing for Central. Drives down the baseline, pass inside to Hannah McCamus. Shot was no good, but she was fouled on her way up. She'll head to the stripe for 2.
Outstanding pass by the sophomore Thompson. A couple dribbles down baseline, gets by her defender, pulls the other defender over, and just dumps it off. Hannah McCamus, who will shoot 2.
Looks like that foul is on number 11. That'll be Tolentino. As McCamus' first shot was up and good. Makes it 19-2 Warriors with 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Second shot is up, no good. Cox got the rebound. Tolentino with it now. Pass back to Cox to Fannin.
Still with the pressure.
Tolentino with it. Middleton with it now. Out to Martin, and they're going to say she traveled before she could get the pass off. It'll be Central ball with 34 seconds remaining.
Martin just trying to get rid of the ball as quick as she can there. She saw the trap coming. Shovels her feet.
Hannah McCamus brings it across half court for Central. She hands off to Grace Thompson. Ball's loose. Remains possession. Bailey Allison with it now. Looks like she was pulled down. No call. Body's on the floor. Cox comes away with it. Tolentino bringing it down the court now for Lehigh.
Abby Middleton just pulled her to Bailey Allison to the ground. No call for some reason.
Tolentino with it. Still at the top of the key. Pass to Cox. Drives into the lane. Shot is up. Rattles around. No good. Gets her own rebound. Ball swatted around. After Martin went up, she got her own rebound. They're going to say there's a foul.
It's a good aggressive drive by Bailey Cox. First good opportunity they've had to score. Who's that foul?
I believe they're going to say it's number 10. That'll be Bailey Allison. Lehigh still with the ball. Ready to inbound. Fannin with it. Put up a shot. I don't think it'll count. Buzzer sounded first. And after 1 quarter of play, the score is the Central Warriors 19, Lehigh Generals 2.
What do you think? Will Coach Dotson for the Warriors think he's upset that his team gave up 2 points in the first quarter?
I don't think he can be upset with too much. They're playing great ball, and not too much more you can ask for.
Really, only one. Even that shot was contested. Only one really good shot for Lee. He's unable to get into any kind of an offense against that Central pressure. And again, exactly what you want out of the first quarter, 19-2.
Well, like you said, it's looking like it's going to be a repeat of the other night with John Battle. Central kept the pressure on them pretty much full court, and Battle wasn't able to get any sort of offense going, and we're seeing the same thing this evening.
And what we're seeing so far this year is Central clearly establishing a claim as the class of the Mountain 7 District. Again, defending champs, and the Gate City game, clearly we're better than Gate City, although that ended up being a relatively tight game. 10 or 12-point win for Central. The next 2 district games have been nothing to it. So let's hope it stays that way. Looks like we're going to have the starters back out for Central. That's Brooke Porter, Olivia Mullins, Brittany Mullins, Hannah Carter actually, and Gracie Thompson is in as well.
Looks like for Lehigh, we got Tolentino, Middleton, Fannin, Quillen, and Brown.
All right, be Central's ball, half court. Olivia Mullins inbound to Brittany Mullins. Lee acting like they're going to step up and pressure a little bit here. Brittany Mullins slowly brings it across half court to the right side. Pass down low to Gracie Thompson. Thompson, nice pass inside to Hannah Carter. There's nothing there. Tries to pass it back out. It's tipped away and stolen by Lehigh. And Caitlin Brown throws it over the head of Shelby Fannin. That'll be another turnover. Again, a situation trying to get rid of the ball as quickly as they can.
Well, that's great defense from Lehigh, but I think they got a little bit excited there on the fast break, and the bad pass results in a turnover.
Well, I got a little excited too. Here comes Brittany Mullins bringing it across now, being guarded tightly by Abby Middleton. She'll pass it down to Brooke Porter. That ball's tipped by Middleton and stolen by Caitlin Brown. Brown coast to coast. Olivia Mullins steps in, draws the charge. It'll go back Central's way.
It's a good move there by Olivia Mullins on the fast break. Brown, a much larger player than Mullins, but she stepped right in front of her and took the contact.
Well, she sprinted all the way down, got her position. Good effort by Olivia Mullins. Olivia Mullins will bring it across half court. Being guarded by Candace Quillen. She'll kick it to Brooke Porter, who drives, drops it down to Hannah Carter. Beautiful drive Draw and dish by Brooke Porter. Hannah Carter with 2 points. It's 21-2. Central still in that 2-2-1 pressure. And Brittany Mullins forces a steal. Brooke Porter gets the steal, goes coast to coast. She'll lay it in. 23-2 now. Central leading, 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Another steal by Brittany Mullins here. She's going to go to the lane, drives, draws the defender, dishes it over to Brooke Porter, and Porter will make another layup. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout now by the Lee coach Church. Central 25, Lee 2. 6 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, Lehigh, I mean, they're having a hard time just getting it across their own free throw line. I mean, the pressure from the Warriors is incredible, and that was what, 2-3 steals in a row there, and looks like Central's going to try and run away with this one.
Brittany Mullins and Brooke Porter up top in that zone press, just not letting anything really jump in every lane, looking to get a trap as they cross half court. Nothing but good things for Coach Dotson's team.
Most of the points for the Warriors coming off those fast breaks, they've not really had to run too much of an offense. It seems like their defense is setting up easy opportunities for them.
Even when Lehigh's able to get a shot down here, you know, so DeSavet will get that rebound, kick it out, let pass out, and they're going to try to run then as well. Try to score in transition before Lee can get set up, because clearly in transition, Central is the more athletic team. The same five still out there for Central: Mullins, Porter, Thompson, and Carter. Looks like they're going to pick up full court, or about half court man-to-man here now. Central switching it, Robin Dotson switching it up. Abby Milton brings it across, passes to Shelby Fannin. She'll drive, loses it, kicks it back out to Tolentino. Couple dribbles, kicks it back out to Fannin. Fannin in the corner, drives baseline, throws it over, stolen by Olivia Mullins, and here come the Warriors, left to right. Mullins all the way, drops it down to Gracie Thompson. Thompson's shot no good. Hannah Carter with the rebound, goes back up, and she'll be fouled. Hannah Carter will go to the line for 2 free throws. Like foul was on number 21, Bailey Cox.
Well, Lehigh got down there on the other end. Looked like they had an open player there for an easy basket, and Olivia Mullins stepped in at the last second to steal.
First free throw by Carter up and no good. 25-2, 6 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the first half. Second shot from Hannah Carter is up, and it is no rattles around a little bit, no good. Lee rebounds, and here comes Tolentino the other way. Central drop back in the man-to-man defense, half-court man. Brittany Mullins guarding Tolentino. Middleton acts like she's going to screen, slips the screen, pops back out, gets the ball. She's going to drive now. Gracie Thompson guarding her very well, and stolen by Brittany Mullins down the court. Olivia Mullins shot blocked. That'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Central's ball underneath.
Looks like Dee Savetnik will come in now for Gracie Thompson.
Good effort by Thompson there defensively.
Yeah, for sure. So that looks like Central have their starting five on the floor now.
Mullins looking to inbound it under the basket. She hits Brittany Mullins at the top of the key, who dumps it down into the post to Dee Savetnik. One dribble move, kicks it back out to Brittany Mullins. Mullins cross-court pass, nearly stolen by Shelby Fannin. Recovered by Olivia Mullins. She kicks to Brooke Porter, who drives, goes up for the layup. It's no good. Rebound by Philly Tolentino, who brings it back the other way to the Lehigh Generals. Pass is tipped again by Olivia Mullins, but Fannin comes down with it. Ball now in the hands of Abby Milton, who will shoot a three from the left-hand side. That one's good. Lehigh 5 points now against Central's 25. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Mullins quickly across court down to the corner. Brooke Porter, who dumps it into Dee Savetnik. Savetnik, quick move. Goes up, misses the layup. Rebounded again by Tolentino. Here come the Generals, right to left. Tolentino driving. He'll take a runner. No good. Rebound by Olivia Mullins. Warriors bring it back the other direction. Olivia Mullins, eyes up, looking, sees it open, finds Hannah Carter about 10 feet. Carter shot up and good. 27-5, Central. Central still in the about a half court. Well, they've gone back to the 2-2-1, the zone. They went man-to-man for a couple minutes. And that ball stolen by Brittany Mullins. Not sure who Lee was throwing it to here. Brittany drives, dishes it off to Brooke Porter. Porter's layup up and no good. Rebound by Middleton. Here comes Lehigh. It's Shelby Fannin down the right-hand corner. No, she loses it. That'll be another turnover for Lee. Central will come back the other way. Sloppy basketball from the Generals. All right. Olivia Mullins will slowly bring it up the court. She's across half now. She's guarded by Abby Middleton. Pass to the left-hand wing to Brittany Mullins. Stolen and nearly tipped away by Lehigh's junior guard, Philly Tolentino. That's an all-time name right there, isn't it, Austin?
That sure is.
That's one of the classics. Best we've seen this year. All right, Brittany Mullins will throw it in to the corner. Brooke Porter for a 3 up. That's an air ball rebounded by Abby Middleton. And here comes Lee the other way. Tolentino brings it across half court. She looks to drive. Another runner, same as the last time down. Same result as well. She misses. Rebound by Disa Vetnick. How many times we said rebound by Disa Vetnick the last couple of games, Austin? All right, Hannah Carter got it now on the wing. She'll kick it back to Brooke Porter, who's going to look to drive. No. Disa Vetnick posting up. Declines to get it to her. Hannah Carter at the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Brooke Porter. Porter will be fouled by Shelby Fannin, sophomore guard for Lehigh. And it'll be Central's ball on the floor.
Looks like Quillen will come in as Fannin will take a seat. And you got to admire the effort here from Lehigh's defense. They're really trying to put the clamps on Central.
They are. Pretty good run right here for Lehigh in the last little bit. Inbounds to Hannah Carter under the basket. And as soon as we say that, layup Hannah Carter, 29-2 Central. Central back in the 2-2-1, about three-quarter court, 2/3 of the court. A little bit of token pressure to get across half court. Passes up. That's Quillen. Catches it, drives the lane, misses the shot. Rebounded by Brown. Brown turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by, that was Cox. Missed the shot. Back down the other way. Brittany Mullins layup for 2. Again, Central looking to run. 31-5. Central, 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Lehigh looking to advance against the Central pressure. Candace Quillen now, she's tracked by Mullins and Carter. Breaks the trap. Finds Bailey Cox underneath for a layup. Nice pass by Candace Quillen. It's 31-7. And Central again looking to get it back up quick even after a made basket. Olivia Mullins in the right-hand corner looking for D. Svetnick down low. Svetnick catches, scores. 33-7 Central. And we need a bucket. Getting the ball to Svetnick down low is a pretty good way to get 2. Lehigh brings it across, sees the pressure, and Bailey Cox throws it over the head of Caitlin Brown out of bounds. Yet another turnover for the Lee Generals. Whoa, they're going to say that. They're going to give that ball to Lehigh. That ball didn't come within 7 feet of touching any player on either team.
I think they're going to say Olivia Mullins may have tipped it, but it didn't look like it to me.
I can't see that, but it's going to be Lee's ball underneath the basket down here. Inbounds to Quillen. Quillen takes one dribble, throws it across the court to Cox. Cox back out to Tolentino. Pump fake. Couple dribbles. She'll do a step back and kick it to Bailey Cox. Pump fake. Drives. Loses it out of bounds. This one, surely they're going to give it Central. All right.
They will, and it looks like Central's made a pretty large substitution here. We got Hannah Large, Hannah McCamus, Bailey Allison, and Jill Sturgill on the court now for the Warriors with D. Svetnick still in the post.
Hannah Large has in the corner. She'll get to drive. Nice little drive to get around the defense. And she'll go up for a layup. That's 2 points. 35-7 Central. 2.5 minutes remaining. Central now guarding a half-court man-to-man here. No one guarding Tolentino. She drives, kicks it back out to Bailey Cox, who will drive and try to sort of bowl her way down in there. She walked, and they will call a walk. She doesn't think she walked. What do you think, Austin?
Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because D. Svetnick sent that shot back.
That's right. That was going into the third row either way. And McCamus will kick it up quickly to Jill Sturgill. Sturgill will drive, kick it to the corner to Bailey Allison, who drives baseline, drops it down for D. Svetnick, who is assaulted down there. I think that was a Class 1 misdemeanor. Call that foul. I think that's the 6th-team foul on Central.
Lehigh, rather.
She on Lehigh. Central inbounds under the basket. Hannah McCamus looking to throw it in. She'll find Bailey Allison. Allison for 2, and she's fouled. Bailey Allison, and 1. Fouls on number 20, Candace Quillen. Nice job by Bailey Allison there.
Last 2 fouls have been on Quillen. I believe she may be getting subbed here.
They've only got 8 players, so they can't get into too much foul trouble. Allison's free throws up and no good, rebounded by Cox. Here comes Tolentino back the other way. Philly Tolentino. I'm going to say that a lot tonight, Austin.
Now go ahead.
Guarded by Hannah Large, she kicks it over to Abby Middleton. The senior drives, kicks it across court to Candace Quillen. Quillen's 3 is up, no good. Rebounded by Jill Sturgill, who bring it back the other way, dribbling left-handed. Ball tipped out of bounds by Tolentino. Continue to be Central ball. Minute 39 remaining in the first half. Central 37, Lee 7. 30-point lead in the second quarter. I'll take it.
You can't ask for much more. And it looks like Shelby Fannin will enter the game for Lehigh as Katie Martin will take a seat.
Jill Sturgill running the point. She's going to drive all the way. She's fouled as she goes up for a 3-foot runner. Foul's going to be on Bailey Cox. And Jill Sturgill will go to the line for 2 free throws.
That's 7 team fouls on Lehigh. Definitely not something that they need to get into. Like you said, not much of a bench. They can't get into foul trouble.
First free throw up and good for Sturgill. Looks like Jackie Nicodem is going to come in for her first action for Lee. And the second free throw for Sturgill. Got a freshman, 3 sophomores, and a senior on the court for Central. The freshman, Sturgill, calmly knocks both of them in. It's 39-7 Central. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Shelby Fannin drives to the free throw line. She kicks it back out to Middleton. Middleton out to Nicodem, and then back out to Fannin at the top of the key. She'll dribble around, looking for something. Valentino tries to set a screen, nothing there. Middleton with the ball stolen by Jill Sturgill. Sturgill drives with the left hand, dumps it down to Hannah Large, but it's nearly stolen by Abby Middleton. That'll go out of bounds, still be Central's ball.
And Gracie Thompson comes in now for Bailey Allison. That was a good pass there by Sturgill, just broken up.
Good hustle by Lee. Anna McCamus is inbounding to Gracie Thompson at the top of the key. She kicks it over to Sturgill on the wing. Sturgill dribbles, loses it. Cox comes up with the steal, and here comes Lee the other way. Shelby Fannin on the right-hand wing. Kicks it back out to Tolentino. Over to Bailey Cox, the left-hander shot. It's not near anything. Rebound by Shelby Fannin. She'll be fouled on the floor by Gracie Thompson. That'll be the 15th foul for Central, so no foul trouble for the Warriors.
Looks like the 2 players just kind of got their feet tangled up there and both fell, but, hey.
It happens. They'll call the foul. Shelby Fannin or Nicodem inbounding underneath. She kicks it up top to Tolentino. Now down to Middleton, the senior in the corner for the 3. No good off the front of the rim. Issa Vetnik with the rebound. Outlets to Sturgill. Sturgill to Hannah Large in the corner, who drives.
What a move.
Nice little drive. Split a trap. Looks like somebody had their arm on her. He goes up for, and it's good, and 1 for Hannah Large.
Younger players, putting in some good minutes here, good efficiency as well.
This is as good as I've seen this young group play, and they're all the entire young group now. 1 freshman and 4 sophomores are in for Central. Hannah Large with the bucket. She'll shoot 1. It's up, and it is good as well. Central 42, Lee 7. 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Thompson, Large, McAmis, Allison, and Sturgill in the game for the Warriors. Caitlin Brown has it at the top of the key. She'll take a couple dribbles, hand it off to Middleton. Middleton, a couple dribbles, kicks across court to Fannin. Fannin will drive. She'll throw it over to Nicodem. Nicodem gets rid of it as quickly as she can to Tolentino, then back out top to Fannin, who's going to put the ball on her hip and try to run the clock down, but Jill Sturgill's having none of that. Pressures her. Stolen now by Hannah Large. Large drives. She's going to dump it over to Gracie Thompson. Thompson up. No good. Rebound by Large, and 2 more for Hannah Large. Really nice first half for the sophomore Large. And with 1 second, there'll be a 3/4 court shot by Lee, and it is no good. At halftime in this Mountain 7 district contest, it's Lehigh 7, Central 44.
Wow.
Wow. Impressive performance by the Warriors.
Absolutely.
And again, it's 1 through 10 on the roster. Everybody got to play, and everybody played well in that first half. And you got to feel for this Lehigh team a little bit. 1 senior, a young bunch, a little bit overmatched athletically and in terms of ball handling. And what are you going to do when you put in your freshmen and 4 sophomores and they're just as dominant as your starters?
Well, the young players definitely playing good tonight. The other night against John Battle, they played great on defense, and they're doing the same thing this evening. But they're doing a little bit better on offense than they did there at John Battle. Definitely a good all-around game for the younger players, good experience.
You're right, against Battle the other night. And, of course, it's a good win going away for Central. And you're absolutely right that the freshmen and 4 sophomores did not let up one bit defensively. Played with complete effort the entire time. But they didn't handle the ball particularly well, didn't shoot the ball particularly well either. It wasn't a great night for them tonight. And maybe it's a little bit the competition, but absolutely just everyone handling the ball well, not making very many turnovers, and obviously the defense is always going to be there because they're all athletic. So very impressive first half, Central Warriors.
You just mentioned the mercy rule there against John Battle. If there is one, it may need to be implemented tonight. It's almost a 40-point lead.
If you ask some of Lehigh's parents, they might say, let's go ahead and call this one right now
Might as well.
get that boys game started. So, yeah, Robin Dotson can't ask for more. Beat one of your big rivals, Gate City, in your opening game of the district season, and now well on their way to a third straight victory. And just he could not have drawn up the start to the district season any better than what it's been.
Well, every game is important, as you head through the season, but the district matchups are ones that you really want to make sure you win. And, the first game against Gate City, like you said, maybe a little bit more of a challenge for the Lady Warriors. They still pulled away at the end there. And then the last game, they won pretty handily, and it looks like they're going to win another easy one here today. So, definitely getting those district wins.
Absolutely. And 2 of those wins on the road as well. So it's always good to get those away from Central High School. Tonight's a super night here in Ben-Hur, Virginia, Lee County. That night started with a win for Lee in the girls' JV game, 20-point victory for the Lady Generals. The boys' JV game, Central won by, I think, 18 points in that game. So we're 1 for 1 here as we go into game number 3. It looks like it's going to be 2-1 going into the varsity boys game with Lee. I know Coach McAmis, he's never particularly confident. He's always concerned about every opponent. He wants to be prepared no matter who you're playing. But I think he's got a good chance of picking up his second consecutive district victory as well to go to 2-1 in the district. And they lost to Gate City. A lot of teams are going to lose to Gate City, but they got to take care of business with everybody else. And so tonight's going to be another chance to keep taking that step towards being in the top 2 in the district for the tournament.
Well, you can't take any team lightly. Upsets can happen, and I guess that's what Coach McAmis is thinking. He wants to put forth a good effort no matter who they're playing and not give the other team a chance to have an upset.
Another thing I've heard Coach McAmis say as well, I know Coach Dotson actually says this as well, and I'm sure Coach Dotson said the same thing before this game. He knew that Lehigh is outmatched here. There's going to be a struggle for them always. But the way you show respect to an opponent who is not as talented as you is that you play just as hard against them as you play against someone else. You don't treat it like we're up 44-7. This is a joke. We're goofing around. No, and to their credit, Central has kept playing hard, doing the things that they want to do. If you just goof around a little bit, number 1, you're not showing respect to your opponent. Number 2, you're not doing the things that you need to do to be better down the road. And number 3, you give a chance for a team to sneak in a game and maybe win one because, on any given night, make a couple shots, you can win the game. I don't anticipate Lee coming back in this one, but I think it's because Central put the pressure on from the very beginning and have not let up.
Well, that's one thing we're seeing with both the boys and girls is they're putting an emphasis on defense, and it's really worked out well for them. A couple games that they've played, the defense has really won it. It's turned it into easy offense and limited the other team. And, the old saying, defense wins championships, and it seems like Coach Dotson seems to believe that.
Well, he's won a championship or 2. I think I'll have to check the record books. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's won a championship or 2 or 4. And you're right. And both Central's varsity boys and girls, both very heavily dependent on really good pressure defense. And they also are similar in terms of when they get the ball, they look to kick it up and get easy transition basket. They like to run. It's not your grandfather's basketball back when you just walk it up and run a play. They like to get out because if you can score in transition, you don't give the other team a chance to get set up in their defense. And both teams do that well. Central's boys sometimes struggle a little bit to shoot outside without Isaiah McAmis since he's injured. But so it behooves them to get the ball down and score quickly. And really fun to watch Central's girls do it because, man, they just handle the ball so well and pass so well.
Well, that's what separates the average teams from the great teams. It all goes back to fundamentals. And the Central girls, every pass they're catching, it's rare that one gets away from them. They're making good passes. And, you was talking about the up-tempo and running the fast break. The other night against John Battle, the Central boys, I don't think they had a calm possession the entire night. They were running up and down the floor. They're towards the end. I think they may have been a little gassed, but I don't know if you could expect much more out of them.
And you can hear Coach McAvis constantly yelling, push, kick it up the floor. So that's what they look to do. They've got Central back out onto the floor. So a nice round of applause from the visiting fans. Not sure if Lee's girls are going to come back out, but they still have 4 minutes. But surely they'll come back out for the second half, don't you think?
I would hope so. It'd be an act of sportsmanship, and we'll see. We'll update you on that.
Now, we've talked about last game, John Battle. I want to know if you're going to do the same thing. Kick me off the broadcast before the final game of the night. You booted me out of the booth last week. You gonna do the same thing this time?
That was not my decision. And
I'm
I heard you say to Chris that this would work better if you did one game and he did the other. You know, you got to step up here. You can't be putting the blame on me.
Well, the truth of the matter is, I was sort of had you in mind. I didn't want to inflict my announcing on you for 2 straight games. I didn't think you could take it. Trying to give you a little bit of a break.
Well, I mean, that first game I did, Gate City, me and you were there the whole time.
Dropped right into the fire that night, weren't we?
That was an adventure.
It was, but it went well. You know, I think we're getting better every time, I think, and certainly having a good time doing it. We're still at halftime. If you just joined us, it's 41-7. Excuse me, 44-7. I shortchanged Central. They're up 44-7 at the half. Got 3 minutes left until the second half begins. I'm Chad Dotson. He's Austin Yeary, live from Lee High School, Ben Hur, Virginia. If you're new to us, you can find Central Warriors basketball every game, home and away, all season long, right here on the Central Warriors basketball YouTube channel. Tell your friends, send the link to everyone, post it on all your social media profiles. If you like us, talk about us. If you don't like us, as they say, keep your mouth shut.
Got about 2.5 minutes here before the second half gets underway, and we'll get back to you then. All right, we got about 30 seconds here until the second half gets underway. Once again, I'm Austin Yeary with Chad Dotson here in Ben Hur, Virginia, Lee High School. Got the Central Warriors playing the Lehigh Generals. The current score, Central 44, Lehigh 7.
Looks like they are going to play the second half, Austin.
Well, it's good to see that. Looks like Central will have their starting 5 on the floor. As for Lehigh, we got Quillen, Middleton, Talentino, Brown, and Fannin.
Also, they're starting 5, I believe. Actually, no, not
Middleton is not a starter.
right.
I don't think.
Looks like Cox is not back out to start the second half. She's in a little bit of foul trouble. He has balls. We start back here in the second half. 44-7, Central Warriors.
Inbound to Quillen here to start the second half. Lehigh with it. She'll drive to her right. Looking for an open teammate. Finds Fannin there on the low block and puts up a layup. It's up and in, makes it 44-9 Central lead.
Nice little shot by Fannin.
It was as Olivia Mullins brings it across. Drives in the lane, puts up a layup. Just looking for a foul there maybe. They're just going to say it was out of bounds. It'll remain Central ball.
It looked like she got some arm there, but Central will retain possession.
Mullins inbounds to Hannah Carter. And they're going to call a foul.
I thought they were going to get Carter with a walk there, but it looks like they called a foul.
Well, she jumped up, but it looked like somebody grabbed her arm, maybe preventing her from shooting. So, Olivia Mullins inbounding once again. Finds Hannah Carter once again. That shot is up and good. Makes it 46-9 Central lead as Tolentino brings it down the court for Lehigh. Central in a 2-3 zone as Brittany Mullins picks up Tolentino. Pass out to Shelby Fannin on the left wing. Drives to her right. She's back at the top of the key. Passes to Middleton. Drives down to the lane. Low block. Layup is up and good. Makes it 46-11 Central lead as Olivia Mullins brings it down the court.
4 points for Lehigh after scoring only 7 in the first half.
Britt Porter with it. She drives in, puts up a floater. Won't go. Tolentino comes away with the rebound. Headed the other way. Pass ahead to Shelby Fannin. Almost went out of bounds. Saved it. Pass back to Tolentino. Takes a 3 from the top of the key. It's up and in. This is a different Lehigh basketball team as it's 46-14 now.
They've now matched their scoring total from the first half with just a minute and a half into the second.
Loose ball, and Fannin comes away with it. Passes to Tolentino. Olivia Mullins guarding her closely. Finally gets across half court. Olivia Mullins pokes it away, gets the steal. She's on the floor, though, needs to find a teammate, finds Hannah Carter. She hustles down the floor, past to Brooke Porter. They're going to say there's a foul on the floor.
I'd say this is exactly what Coach Dotson warned them about at the half, which is, look, you got to come out and really keep the gas on in the second half. Don't give this team a chance to make some shots and get back in it, although they're a little ways from getting back in it. It's 46-14, but still, really nice, impressive outing here in the second half so far for the Generals.
Foul's on Middleton as Central with the ball now. Britt Porter with it, passes to Olivia Mullins. Corner 3 is up, no good. Mullins gets Savetnik gets the rebound. Her shot, a rare miss, pretty much unguarded. And now Quillen with it, bringing it the other way. Passes out to Middleton on the left wing. Pass to Tolentino. Looking to reset the offense. Drives to her left. Picks up her dribble. Hands off to Shelby Fannin. She drives out. Kicks out to Middleton. Three-pointer, no good. Britt Porter gets a long rebound. She's headed the other way on the fast break. Good move. Layup up and in. Makes it 48-14.
Nice job by Brooke Porter evading the trap there in between two defenders. Not sure how she did that. And in for the easy score.
Tolentino with it now for Lehigh. Guarded by Brittany Mullins, who's really pestering her. Lost her dribble. Had to pass. Pass to Middleton and back to Tolentino, but that pass falls out of bounds. It'll be Central ball.
That's what Brittany Mullins does best. She can really guard a ball handler on ball defense very well. She's quick. Always very active.
Britt Porter with the ball now for Central. She hands off to Olivia Mullins, who drives to her left, down into the lane. Shot is up, no good. And Hannah Carter looks like they're going to get her for over the back, but she went for that rebound.
I think Olivia Mullins got fouled 3 separate times on that drive before missing the shot, but Hannah Carter, I believe, did go over the back. It'll go back to Lee.
Tolentino with it now, bringing it down the court. Calls out a play. Hands to Middleton. Top of the key now, Middleton for Lehigh. Tolentino sets a screen. Ball poked away by Brittany Mullins.
Great hustle.
And now Britt Porter comes away with the steal. Pass ahead to Olivia Mullins. Misses the layup. Hannah Carter right there to clean up the glass and puts it up and in. 50-14 now, Central lead.
That's a good teammate. Olivia Mullins missed that layup so that Hannah Carter can get the rebound and stuff the stat sheet a little bit.
Got Middleton with it now at the top of the key for Lehigh. She's guarded by Hannah Carter. Definitely a mismatch. Carter got quite a bit of height advantage on her. Passes out to Shelby Fannin, who sinks a 3 from the right side. Makes it 50-17. Olivia Mullins brings it across half court for Central now. Drives to her right, stolen by Quillen. Now Lehigh on the fast break. Olivia Mullins got the block. Quillen gathers the ball, pass to Tolentino. We're going to say a foul.
I think we're going to call that one on Brittany Mullins. Yes. Mass substitutions now for Central Warriors as we get Sturgill, McAmis, Thompson, Large, and Allison all into the game. 5 substitutions, and the starters will come off the court with a 50-17 lead. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
Quillen inbounds to Fannin, right back to Quillen. Long 2-pointer air ball. Sturgill comes away with the rebound. She's headed the other way. Splits the defenders but loses the ball. Quillen gets the steal. Pass ahead to Middleton. Good hustle by Sturgill right there. Poked the ball away, but it sails out of bounds. It'll be Lee ball. Lehigh set to inbound. Middleton looking for a teammate. Finds Shelby Fannin. Takes a three. Another three from Fannin.
What's going on here? Who is this team?
Makes it 50-20 now. Central still leads. Hannah McAmis with the ball. Stolen by Middleton. Ball's on the ground. Fannin comes away with it. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout called by Lehigh.
Well, this lead high team down by almost 40 at the half. Came back out to second half and has not quit 1 second. I mean, the Raps really nice. Scored 13 points already this half, or after only scoring 7 in the first. And so, they're not quitting. They're way behind. They're not quitting.
Shelby Fannin with 2 threes there. She's definitely a good shooter from outside. 6 points. That's 1 point shy of their entire total during the first half.
And they really didn't even come close to scoring much. They didn't have any more chances other than the 7 they scored. So a little bit of a let up maybe by Central. You get that big lead. And it's just mentally, it's hard to always keep the foot on the accelerator, but you have to against every team.
Be Lehigh ball. Quillen will be set to inbound. Again, it's 50-20 Central lead. Quillen looking for an open teammate. Finds Tolentino, who drives down into the lane. Layup is up, no good. Rebound by Brown. Kicks out to Fan and takes another three. Can't hit that one. Ball's tipped around. Hannah McAmis finally comes away with the rebound. Gets across half court for Central. She's guarded closely by Middleton. Drives down the right baseline. Kicks out to Hannah Large. Finds Grace Thompson. She'll take a three. That one's no good. Rebound by Quillen. Lehigh heads the other way. Pass to Fannin. Takes a three. Grace Thompson was right in her face. Didn't matter. She sinks the three. Makes it 50-23. Central still leading. Jill Sturgill with it now. Passes to Thompson. Hands off to Hannah Large. Drives in the lane. Pulls a little floater. Back bounces off the back of the rim and then falls. Makes it 52-23 Central. Middleton with it now for Lehigh. She's picked up by Sturgill. Pass down inside to Quillen. A good pass and a good move. Another 2-pointer for Lehigh. Makes it 52-25. And McAmis passes to Sturgill, who drives into the lane, kicks out to Thompson. She'll drive down the right baseline. Went up and was fouled. She'll head to the stripe for 2. They're going to call that on number 10. That'll be Cox. No.
Caitlin Brown.
Brown. There we go.
Nice drive baseline by Grace Thompson. Such a good job moving the ball there after they didn't get the ball off the court quick enough for Coach Dotson. He was a little bit upset.
First free throws up and good for Thompson. Makes it 53-25. The line now for a second. It's up and good as well. Makes it 54-25 with just over 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Tolentino with it, passes to Middleton. Her pass broken up by Sturgill. Tolentino ends up with it, gets across half court, passes ahead to Quillen. Splits defenders into the lane. The wild pass sails out of bounds. It'll be Central ball.
Central still sticking with that three-quarter court pressure. Lehigh handling the ball a lot better this half.
Hannah Large brings it across half court for Central. Drives to her left, passes to Sturgill. She drives down the baseline, put up a shot. They're going to say she was fouled. So she'll head to the line. We're going to say that was on number 11. Yep, that'll be
What's her name?
Tolentino. Philly
Tolentino.
Full name. This is on our roster, by the way. We're not making this up. Pauline Philly Tolentino.
Number one name we've seen all year long. We'll see if we get into the top that the rest of the year as Sturgill knocks home the first free throw.
Makes it 55-25. Leads back to 30 now for Central. Sturgill's second shot. Up, rattles around, won't fall. Quillen gets the rebound. Headed the other way for Lehigh. Passes ahead to Fannin. She'll take another three. No good. Bailey Allison gets the rebound. Heads the other way. Broken up, stolen by Quillen on the fast break. It looks like Grace Thompson tipped it out of her hands, goes out of bounds. Lehigh ball.
A little bit loose with the basketball so far here in the third quarter.
Quillen set to inbound. Finds Fannin. Puts up a floater, and it's good. makes it 55-27, Central lead. Hannah McAmus's pass was tipped by Middleton, and she's down on the floor. Looks like she may be injured. Hannah Large on the other end. Pass to Grace Thompson is up and good. 57-27. Middleton's still down as her coach heads out to check on her.
Yeah, Coach Church out on the floor. Didn't see what happened to her, some of the contact down there as she drove the lane.
Didn't look like it was too serious, but you never know.
She looks like she's patting her knee as if it was an injury to her right knee. Everything's gotten quiet here as all the players on both teams take a knee, waiting to see what happens here. In a lot of pain. Senior guard Abby Middleton played exceptionally hard today.
With the help of your coach and assistant coach, she's up. Limping pretty bad there, but she's making her way off the court. Gets a round of applause from both sides.
Yeah, not able to put any weight at all on that right knee, so we'll hope that Abby Middleton is okay.
Well, like I said, it didn't look like there was any insane amount of contact. She may have just twisted the wrong way. You never can really tell here with these basketball injuries.
Absolutely. All right, so we got a minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Looks like Bailey Cox will come in to replace Middleton.
Cox's first action here in the second half. He started the game for Lee.
Lehigh ball now. We got Tolentino bringing it down the court. Starters back in for Central as the ball's passed ahead to Brown, to Cox. Pass broken up by Brooke Porter. Passes to Hannah Carter. Her pass ahead to Brittany Mullins is a little long. Couldn't get there in time. Sails out of bounds. Lee ball.
If you go pass ahead to Brittany Mullins that she can't catch up to, it's really out in front of her because she's one of the quickest girls in the district.
Once again, Lehigh ball. Tolentino passes ahead to Quillen. Central defense really pressuring them. It's Shelby Fannin with it now. Good pass inside to Brown. That shot is up and in, makes it 57-29. Central still leads as Olivia Mullins with it for Central now. Pass to Hannah Carter to Brooke Porter. Back to Olivia Mullins, top of the key. Brooke Porter with it now. Hannah Carter left side. Bounced off a Lehigh defender. Olivia Mullins ends up with it. Pass to Brittany Mullins. Drives the baseline. Finds a wide open Hannah Carter. Her shot's a little strong off the back of the rim. But Brooke Porter gathers the rebound and drives right in for an easy layup. And it's 59-29. Central lead as Shelby Fannin with it now. Good pass. Good ball movement by Lehigh. Went to Quillen and then to Brown for an easy two-pointer. 59-31 the score after three quarters.
So we talked every game about the defensive pressure from Central, and the defense has been outstanding. At halftime tonight, we talked about how that's what this team feeds off of, is defense. They just gave up 24 points to Lehigh in one quarter. That's not going to get it done.
Well, but they still have a, 29-point lead. So, you give and take.
I guess, yeah, I'll take the lead, but I guarantee you Coach Dotson is not pleased giving up 24 points to anyone in one quarter, much less Lehigh, who one of the weaker teams they're going to face this season.
Well, like you said, when you have that big of a lead, it's hard to stay focused mentally. And I'm sure Coach Dotson is telling you can't let up, because if this was a better opponent they were facing, they could fool around and let them right back in the game.
Absolutely. And he's been in this position before. He knows it's a learning experience, especially for some of these younger girls. But even when the starters were back in there, Lehigh moving the ball exceptionally well, getting a couple of layups, easy shots. Just really a different Lehigh team in the third quarter.
Starters will stay in for Central. On the court for Lehigh, we got Quillen, Cox, Brown, Philly Tolentino, and Shelby Fannin.
All right, it's going to be Central ball going right to left. 59-31, 8 minutes remaining in this Mountain 7 district clash between the Generals and the Warriors. Brooke Porter's going to drive across half court all the way to the lane. Little runner up, no good. B. Savetnik with the rebound up, and B. Savetnik does what B. Savetnik does. That's 2 points, 61-31 now. Central There's the pressure. Valentino brings it across half court. Brooke Porter guarding her tightly. Olivia Mullins pokes it away. Brittany Mullins comes up with it up ahead to Brooke Porter for a layup. And here's that Central Warrior defense that we saw in the first half, 63-31. Porter and Mullins up top with pressure. Fannin has the ball on the right-hand side. Throws it away between Tolentino's legs. That's come up by Olivia Mullins, comes up with it, passes across to Brittany Mullins for the easy layup. 6 quick points in the first 45 seconds of the fourth quarter, and it's a 65-31 lead for Central. Philly Tolentino will bring it up. She gives it to Fannin near the volleyball line. Fannin, a couple dribbles, going to drive all the way across court. Kicks it back out to Cox. Cox to Brown. Shot from about 17 feet, no good. Hannah Carter almost comes up with the rebound. Almost knocked away, but then corrals it again. Up quickly to Brooke Porter. She'll go up for the shot, and looks like she's going to be fouled.
Well, one thing that you notice about the Lady Warriors here is that when they need to turn it on, they can usually turn it on. Like you said, 6 points in 45 seconds with Lehigh not being able to answer.
Absolutely. Fouls on sophomore Caitlin Brown. Brooke Porter goes to the line for 2. First shot up off the back of the iron. It's no good. Jackie Nicodem coming in for Lee. Looks like Bailey Cox is going to go back out of the game. Brooke Porter will have her second shot coming. 6 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The shot is up. It is good. Central has a 66-31 lead. 65-30. Yeah, it's 66. I'm not crazy. I didn't go to math school, but I can count by ones. All right, so that's a drive there by Candace Gould. Nice drive on the left-hand side of the lane. She can be fouled. Shot is no good, but that's going to be a foul on Disa Vetnick. Third team foul for the Warriors. Candace Quillen, junior guard. 2 shots. Her first one's up. It is good. Second shot for Quillen up. It's also good. 66-33 now. Central's doubled up Lehigh with 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Olivia Mullins looks to drive, kicks it back out to Brittany Mullins, who also drives. She's going to kick it back out to Brooke Porter. Porter for 3. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound Lehigh. Caitlin Brown kicks it up to Shelby Fannin, who will bring it up. Dribbles behind the back. Back over to her right hand. Still dribbling. Looks to find Brown. Brown over to Quillen. Quillen up to the shot. It's good. 66-35 Central. 6 minutes remaining.
Quillen's really came on here in this second half. I don't know how many points she's had, but she's definitely made an impact.
Absolutely. Again, Lehigh still giving all the effort Coach Church could ask for. Brittany Mullins to the drive here. She kicks over to Dee Savetnik for an easy layup. Nice drive by Brittany Mullins. Nice finish by Dee Savetnik at 68-35. Philly Tolentino with the ball, guarded by Brittany Mullins. She'll kick it to Shelby Fannin, who looks to drive. Nothing there. Picked up her dribble. She's going to kick it to Nicodem, who will fire a long three-pointer. That's no good. Rebounded by Quillen, who's everywhere. Quillen finds Brown. Shot hits the bottom of the backboard. Nicodem with the rebound. Actually, that was Fannin with the rebound. She'll get fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Like you say, you got to love the effort from Lehigh. I mean, they're down by a considerable margin, but they're still playing as hard as they can, and that shows the effort that the team has. And Coach Church, like you said, he's probably real proud of this team. Even though they're down, they're still trying.
Absolutely, and that is a credit not just to Coach Church, but these girls who have not quit at all. Fannon's first free throw up and good. Fannin and Quillen in the story of the second half. Fannon's second free throw good as well. It's 68-37 now. Central, 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Olivia Mullins will jog it up, guarded by Nicodem. She's going to look to drive, nothing there. Kicks it to Hannah Carter at the top of the key. Carter one dribble, passes back out to Brooke Porter. Porter the dribble drive kicks it to Olivia Mullins. Almost lost it. Carter corrals it. Nice pass from Carter to Brittany Mullins down low. Mullins can't handle it, and it's taken by Fannin back the other way. Fannin dribbling with the left hand, starts to try to do a little turnaround there. Brittany Mullins was right there, though, knocks it out of bounds.
It was a bullet pass from Hannah Carter. I mean, she put some pepper on that one.
She did.
It went right through the hands of Brittany Mullins.
Brittany Mullins, outstanding defensive player in softball. Usually corrals those, but couldn't come up with that one. Here's Fannin for 3 on the right-hand side. She drains another three-pointer.
That's at least 4.
68-40 now, Central. Shelby Fannin. Another three. Porter on the left-hand corner. She'll drive. Go for the shot. That's good. Nice little drive by Brooke Porter. 70-40 now. Central with the lead. Philly Tolentino brings it across. Good dribble. Kick it back out to Fannin. Or to Nickena, who kicks it to Fannin. Fannin looks to drive. Fannon's trying to take this game over. That ball's shot is blocked by D. Savetnik, and here come the Warriors. Brittany Mullins brings it the other way. She's going to go all the way up and no good. Rebounded by Hannah Carter. Kicks it out to Porter.
Looks like Shelby Fannin is shaking up a little bit.
I see that now. I didn't see that down there. The referee stopped the play. I couldn't tell what they were calling. It looked like a clean rebound by Hannah Carter. And that's the last thing Lee needs is Coach Church for Lee needs is Shelby Fannin injured because, wow, what a second half she's had.
It's like Katie Martin will come in for her, and we hope Shelby Fannin's all right.
Central's got their young lineup in now. McCamus, Allison, Thompson, Large, and Sturgill. Large has the ball on the right-hand wing. She'll kick it down to McCamus in the corner. McCamus looks to dump it down into Bailey Allison. The ball is knocked away by Brown. Sophomore Caitlin Brown for Lee. It'll be Central's ball underneath. McCamus looking to throw the ball in. She'll hit someone, maybe. There we go. And Large up the top of the key. She's going to look to drive on the wing. Dumps it down into Allison. Allison back out to Jill Sturgill for the three. No good. Rebound by Gracie Thompson after it's batted around. She'll dribble back out, then dribble back in. Kicks it out to Large. Here's Hannah McCamus for a three in the right-hand corner. It's no good. Rebound by Philly Tolentino, who brings it the other way. She's going to look to drive. Oh, stops and pops the three-pointer. Nothing. Nowhere near the rim. Great name, not a great jump shot on that particular instance, although she's had a good game. It'll be Central's ball. 70-40, 3 minutes remaining in the game. Got the running clock now with a 30-point lead. Hannah McCamus will bring it up. She's going to drive all the way. Nice little 7-foot shot. It's no good. Rebounded by number 23. That's Caddy Martin. Here comes Tolentino the other way. She's going to hit Quillen. Quillen stops and shoots a three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bailey Allison. She kicks up the floor to McCamus. McCamus drives. Nice little dish to Gracie Thompson, who is fouled and one. She'll get the layup. That point was created by McCamus, who drew the defense over, dropped it down, and great finish by Gracie Thompson.
Foul be on Caitlin Brown. Looks like she just shoved Thompson right in the back there as she went up. Definitely a good call.
Haley Cox will come back in for Caitlin Brown for Lee as Gracie Thompson will shoot one shot. 72-40, Central. 2 minutes, 33 seconds remaining.
Looks like Shelby Fannin will enter the game for Lehigh, so
good to see.
Appears to be all right.
Yes. Thompson's free throw is good. They're just trying to get the sub in here, looks like. At the end of the third quarter, we're getting a score down here. Union 30, Abingdon 59. So Abingdon a big lead after 3 quarters in the girls' game against Union. Always good to see Union. No, I'm not going to say that. Haley Cox the ball in the corner. I know. I got a lot of friends from down there. That's going to be Nickendam with a three from the right-hand wing, rebounded by Martin. Martin tries to pass it back inside. It's batted away. Jill Sturgill comes with it. It kicks to Hannah Large. Large needs to look up the floor. She's got Gracie Thompson. Too late, but Gracie does corral it. Kicks it back out to Sturgill, who drives middle of the lane. Little jump shot. That's a nice move. Nice little jumper by Jill Sturgill. It's 75-40. Warriors. Less than 2 minutes to go. All right, so Quillen with the ball, guarded by McCamus. Screen set by Cox.
Good pass.
Pass down to Fannin. Nice pass by Quillen, but Fannin's not able to make the layup. Here comes Jill Sturgill the other way. She kicks it cross court to Gracie Thompson, who will drive. Kick it out to Hannah McCamus. McCamus fakes the shot, takes a couple dribbles, kicks it over to Sturgill. Sturgill to Thompson. Thompson to Sturgill. Hey, now Hannah Large is going to get in the action. Nice dribble around the defense there on the baseline. Large will be fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Been a great game for Hannah Large. We'll try to get some stats here after the game's conclusion, but she's chipped in plenty of points and great defense, great passing, good all-around game.
Absolutely. She'll go to the line for 2. First is up and good. 76-40. Central with the lead. 1 minute, 22 seconds remaining. I'm starting to think that Lehigh is probably not going to win this game, Austin.
That may be a safe assumption.
All right, well, I'm not going to go out too much of a limb, but second free throw is missed. Rebound by Candace Quillen, and timeout called by Lee for some reason. They're just standing around talking. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but oh well, we wanted to stay on the air a lot longer. Appreciate the water brought to me by Casey Dotson, number 32 on the JV team, number 32 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts.
Nice plug there.
There you go, because it is hot up here at Lehigh. They got us up top here. They got a bar in front of us we can't see. We're having to bend over to see the game, but that's all right. We're going to bring you the game no matter what, right, Austin?
That's right. And while we're giving out shout-outs, Sarah, we'd like to thank Rodney Collins for holding up a cell phone and giving us the score of that Union Avenue game.
I'd like to thank Rodney Collins and Rodney Carter and Joseph Porter and even especially Bridget Mullins there. Some of these parents sitting right in front of us and keeping their mouths shut, not screaming like they usually do.
Well, there's not too much to be upset about.
That's a good night. That's a good night when we got that. When you can keep Bridget Mullins quiet, you know you've done something.
Once again, you're going to have to watch yourself.
I'm counting on the fact she's not going to listen to this. So, Bridget, if you do listen, I think that was Austin that said that.
I would beg to differ.
All right. Back in action, minute 15 seconds remaining. Central 76, Lee 40. Quillen will bring it across. So, looks like almost walked. She'll give it to Fannin, who kicks it back out to Quillen. Quillen looking to drive again. Very nice defense by Hannah McCamus. Again to Fannin on the right-hand wing. Fannin looks to drive. Gets it to Cox, who picks up a dribble. Retrieved by Fannin. Nowhere to go. Nicking him at the top now. He looks to drive again. No lanes there. Tries to throw it inside to Cox, and it's knocked away. That's going to bounce around. Going to go out of bounds. I think it's going to be Central ball. 37 seconds as the clock continues to run with a 30-plus point lead. Central will bring it down. Hannah McCamus will bring it across half court. Nice back cut by Gracie Thompson, but stolen by Quillen, who brings it back the other way. Quillen can't get to the lane against the pressure defense from McCamus. Cox will catch it. She'll drive. She'll lay it in. It's 76-42, 15 seconds remaining, and it's all over but the crying now. Hannah McCamus the other end. She's going to drive, kick it to Thompson. Thompson's going to dribble back out. I believe they're going to just dribble the clock out here. Maybe actually inside to Bailey Allison over to Gracie Thompson. She gets a shot off. There's your final buzzer. Central High Lady Warriors 76. The homestanding Lee Lady Generals 42. A dominating performance beginning to end from the Central Warriors.
Yeah, you got to like the game the Warriors played there. Really didn't have to exert too much effort at any particular point in time. Just played solid ball. The defense is really the name of the game here, and come away with a huge win by score margin, and definitely helps them out as they improve their district record to 3-0.
Looks like Abby Middleton still being helped off. She can't put any pressure. Lee's senior guard, they're carrying her into the locker room. That's tough to see. We'll hope she's okay. If I know Robin Dotson, I know that he's happy. 34-point win. I mean, you got to be happy with that anytime you win that in a district game, especially. But I guarantee he's going to be in the locker room right now talking about that third quarter where Lee scored 24 points, largely behind the efforts of Shelby Fannin and Candace Quillen.
Well, I mean, like we said, they still had a huge lead. And while Lee did score, I think, 24 points in that quarter, Central still kept the lead at about 30. But, you can't slack off like that. If that was a better, team, they could have very well got themselves right back into the game. And Coach Dotson just wants to remind his team that they got to be putting forth effort at every point in the game.
Well, it's good to learn those lessons in a game like this where you still control the game. Games like this as well are really key for Coach Dotson, being able to get some of that his bench, some experience, because he's got that group of 4 sophomores and freshmen that really are going to have to play big minutes as we go through this season here. And so the more experience you can get those ladies early in the year, especially against district opponents, I think it's fantastic and will only benefit them as they go down the road.
Well, that's the end of the girls' game, and as we get ready for the boys to get underway, I think I want to head down to the scores table, see if I can grab a picture of the scorebook, and we'll try and get you some stats.
Let's take just a quick break here. 76-42 win for the Central Lady Warriors. We'll just take a quick break here and be back with your final scores. Okay, back now. We got Austin Yeary is going to have some of the stats for you from the game here. 76-42 win for the Central Lady Warriors. What do you got there, Austin?
Well, we'll just run down the list here. So we'll start with Grace Thompson. She finished with 7 points. Then we got Bailey Allison. She had 2. Brittany Mullins finished with 9. Brooke Porter, 18. She led all scorers for Central. We got Jill Sturgill with 5. Hannah McCamus with 1. Hannah Large with 10. Olivia Mullins with 8. Hannah Carter with 10. And Dee Savetnik, 6 points.
Boy, real team effort there for the Central Warriors. Talked about just about everybody scoring. Gotta love that.
Now we'll look at the scorebook here for Lehigh. So Abby Middleton finishes the game with 5 points. Caitlin Brown finishes with 6. Billy Talentino finishes the game with 3 points. Shelby Fannin, 18 points. Definitely the leading scorer there for Lehigh. I was trying to look here at the third quarter. She had, had 13 points in the third quarter alone. Hit 3 3-pointers in a row there for Lehigh. Then we got Candace Quillen, who had 6, and Bailey Cox finishes the game with 4 points.
So Shelby Fannin leading both teams in scoring, but easy win for the Central Warriors. All right, well, it's been fun bringing the girls' varsity game, too. We've got the boys coming up next. Austin's going to kick me back out of the booth. We're going to get Chris Wilson in here to do the play-by-play with Austin Yeary for the boys' game. As always, man, it's been fun.
It has.
All right, I'm going to hand it over. We'll be back in just a moment for the boys' varsity game here, Lehigh versus Central at Lee High School.
All right, we got just under a minute and a half here before the boys varsity game gets underway. Once again, I'm Austin Yeary, and this time I'm joined by Chris Wilson here in Ben-Hur, Virginia. Lee High School, we got the Central Warriors versus the Lehigh Generals. And I guess we'll go ahead and run over the starting lineups. So for Lehigh, we got number 1, Jackson Collier, number 2, Braden Bundy, number 5, Jacob Stewart, number 13, Justice Fannin, and number 23, Jacob Whitaker. And I'm assuming the Central lineup will be about the same it's been all year. So you'd have Elijah Hayes, Ben Stallard, Rawson Collins, let's see.
Probably Landon Elkins.
And Jordan Bishop, I think. Don't hold me to that. We don't have it. Oh, Tyler Vanover.
Yes.
There we go. If you weren't able to listen there, the last game, the girls blew out the ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I call your attention to center court, where tonight Lee High School congratulates and celebrates our newest member of our 1,000th point club, senior guard Jacob Stewart. Jacob recorded his 1,000th point on December the 12th at Gate City High School. Congratulations, Jacob. Now for the starting lineup for our final contest of the evening, the boys varsity teams. First for the visiting Warriors of Central High School. Number 12, Tyler Vanover. Number 14, Elijah Hayes. Number 15, Landon Elkins. Number 30, Ben Stallard. Number 44, Dotson Collins. Head coach of the Warriors is T.J. McCamus. Now the starting lineup for your homestanding Generals. Number 1, Jackson Collier. Number 2, Braden Bundy. Number 5, Jacob Stewart. Number 13, Justice Fannin. And number 23, Jacob Whitaker. Head coach of the Generals is Brian Coomer.
One quick note there about the Lehigh starting lineup. No senior starters. Collier is a 10th grader. Bundy, a junior. Stewart, I guess they correct that. Stewart is a senior. Justice Fannin comes in as a junior, and Jacob Whitaker a junior. So 3 juniors and a sophomore in the starting lineup here for the Generals.
As we get ready to get the action underway, it looks like Bryson Collins and Justice Fannin will be fighting for the tip-off as both teams exchange handshakes. Referee makes his way to half court. Ball is up, and Lehigh comes away with the tip. Bundy with it, and he'll bring it across half court to start the game. Passes out to Stewart, who drives to his right, back to his left, to Whitaker. Whitaker hands off to Collier, and it's stolen by Elijah Hayes on fast break now. He goes up for a layup. It's up and in. Makes it 2-0 Warriors. Quick score there by Elijah Hayes. Lehigh bringing it the other way now as Bundy with it. Finally gets across half court. He's guarded closely by Tyler Vanover. He hands off to Collier, out to Stewart. Pump fakes for 3, back to Collier. Drives into Fannin, and an easy 2 for Justice Fannin makes the score tied at 2. Central has the ball now. Landon Elkins with it. Elijah Hayes receives the pass. Bounce pass back to Elkins. Looks to Coach McCamus. for instructions, calls out a play, passes back to Hayes, back to Elkins, to Vanover in the left corner. Cross-court pass to Hayes, back to Elkins. He's going to drive in. Floater is blocked by Justice Fannin. A good save there by Whitaker. Central ends up with the ball. Vanover takes a three. It's short. Bundy comes away with it. Lehigh headed the other way. Hustles across half court. Pass out to Collier. Drives to his left. Cross-court pass to Stewart. Drives down the baseline. Picks up his dribble. Has to pass to Collier. Bundy wide open in the corner for three. It's good. 5-2. Lehigh leads as Landon Elkins brings it across half court. Passes to Elijah Hayes, who gives it right back to Elkins, to Tyler Vanover. Back to Elkins. To Hayes. Hayes finds Collins in the post, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like that'll be on number 23. That'll be Jacob Whitaker.
Very unconventional defense so far by the Generals. They're running a 1-1-3 defense with Bundy at the top. Bundy's guarding everything up top, and they're leaving, I believe it's number 5, Jacob Stewart, sort of in the middle of the lane and letting the wings cover everything down there with Stewart just sort of patrolling the middle.
After the inbound pass, Tyler Vanover has it. He passes to Landon Elkins. Cross-court pass to Elijah Hayes. Collins with it now. Back to Vanover. Takes a three, and it's good. So they answer right back with a three. Scores now tied 5-5 with 5:45 left to play here in the first quarter. As Bundy with it now for Lehigh. He drives down the court. Puts up a shot. Won't go. Ball's tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say it'll be Central ball.
And on the flip side of that, Central coming out in a pretty typical man-to-man, picking up full court, trying to speed the Generals up.
Ball comes down the court. Bryson Collins receives a pass from Ben Stoward. His shot is blocked by Fannin. Stewart with it now, the other way for the Generals. Stops, pass to Bundy. Out to Collier on the right wing. Back to Bundy. He's picked up by Tyler Vanover. Crosses over. Hand off to Whitaker. And they're going to say Ben Stoward fouled him. Be the second team foul for the Warriors. So it'll remain General ball. Whitaker will be set to inbound. Looking for an open man. Finds Fannin on the left wing, who passes to Collier. Collier drives to his left. Cross-court pass. Whitaker wide open in the corner. Another corner three falls for the Generals. Make it 8-5. Lehigh leads. Elijah Hayes passes to Ben Stoward on the low block. Back to Hayes, to Elkins, to Vanover. Back to Elkins, to Hayes. Hayes will pull a three of his own. That one's good. Answers right back. 8-8. Score tied as Bundy brings it across half court.
Central switches now to the 2-3 zone after Lehigh hits 2 consecutive threes.
Collier cross-court pass to Stewart, who bounce passes to Bundy. Back to Collier. Again, a cross-court pass to Stewart. He pulls a three, and it's good. Make it 11-8. Lehigh, lethal from long range. Now on the other end, Tyler Vanover with the ball almost broken up there. Passes to Landon Elkins, who finds Elijah Hayes. Finds a wide-open Ben Stoward in the post. Wouldn't go, gets his own rebound, puts up another one. It won't go either. Now Bundy comes down with it. He passes ahead to Stewart. Cross-court pass to Collier. Collier finds a cutting Whitaker. His shot is blocked by Bryson Collins. Hands off to Landon Elkins. He's headed down the other way for the Warriors. Finds Ben Stoward. He'll pull a mid-range J on the baseline. That won't go. Justice Fannin gets the rebound. Whitaker bringing it the other way now. He drives right into the lane. Won't go. Fannin tried to tip it in. It won't go. Hayes comes away with it. Another fast break this time for the Warriors. Finds Bryson Collins. He puts up a shot on the low block. It won't go. Ball's tipped around. Collier comes away with it. Action-packed first quarter here as Collier passes to Whitaker. Pulls a three right in Landon Elkins' face. Another three. For Lehigh makes it 14-8 with 3:15 left here in this first quarter. Landon Elkins with it now for the Warriors at the top of the key. Guarded by Bundy. He's looking for a man. Finds Elijah Hayes. He'll take a three. It won't go. Ben Stoward comes away with the offensive rebound. Tried to get it to Collins. Couldn't quite get it. Elijah Hayes ends up with it and puts in a shot. That's good. Makes it 10-14. Lehigh still with the lead as Bundy with it now. Drives to his right, hands off to Collier. Down Justice Fannin, wide open on the low block. It's good. 16-10, Lehigh lead as Coach McAmis will want to talk to his team with 2:45 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is one thing we probably expected to see here tonight out of the Lehigh Generals. A very gimmick-type defense. I noticed on that last possession, they actually switched to a diamond and one. They were chasing Tyler Vanover around, trying to make sure he doesn't get open for a three. Meanwhile, everyone else is kind of packed in a zone, trying to keep the Warriors out of the lane. And so far, it's working. And on the offensive side for Lehigh, they're getting open looks. So far, they've drained 4 threes here in the first quarter, and we still have 2:45 to go. So a gimmick defense, some hot outside shooting, and even if you're out manned like Lehigh probably is, that'll be enough to keep you in the game. For the Warriors, going to have to adjust and figure out how to solve this defense and stop the three-pointers for the Generals.
Pretty large substitution here. Now for Central, we got Damon Lester, Elijah Hayes, Brody Allison, Trey Mullins, and Jordan Bishop. Looks like for Lehigh, Dylan Fannin will come into the game, as well as number 35, that'll be Logan Grace. On that possession there is tipped out of bounds by Lehigh, so Elijah Hayes will be set to inbound. Finds Jordan Bishop at the top of the key. Pass to Brody Allison. Down into Trey Mullins in the post. Back out to Elijah Hayes. Damon Lester with it now. He's guarded closely by Bundy. Cross-court pass to Allison. To Hayes. Back to Allison. And that pass was tipped, but Damon Lester still gets a hold of it. To Hayes, into Trey Mullins, out to Jordan Bishop, who drives the baseline, back out to Brody Allison. Lester into Mullins, and I believe they're going to call a foul. That'll be on number 35, which will be Logan Grace.
And with Tyler Vanover now out of the game, Lehigh switched back to just a typical 2-3 zone. So it looks like when Tyler Vanover's in the game, he's going to be chased around by someone on the Generals defense.
Inbound pass was caught by Hayes, tried to pass it right back to Mullins. It was stolen by Whitaker, who's on the other end. He goes up. On a layup, it's no good. They're going to call a blocking foul on Damon Lester, and Whitaker will head to the stripe. Lehigh Generals coming out ready to play here. It's Jacob Whitaker at the stripe. He's taking a few deep breaths, probably worn out all this action. First shot is up. It falls. Makes it 17-10. Lehigh with the lead. 2 minutes on the dot left to play here in the first period. Whitaker gets the pass from the ref. Takes a few dribbles. Second shot is up. It falls as well. Makes it 18-10, 8-point lead for Lehigh. Elijah Hayes passes ahead to Damon Lester. Back to Hayes. Hayes finds Lester. Thought about a three. Drives in instead. Floaters up. Off the glass. It's good. Makes it 18-12. Lehigh still with the lead as Bundy will bring it down the court for the Generals. Puts a spin move on Lester. Drives to his right. Out to Whitaker. It's guarded by Bishop. Corner three. That one will not go. That was Fannin, Dylan Fannin. He couldn't hit it. Brody Allison with it now. Finds Trey Mullins. Takes a jumper from the free throw line. It won't go. And Grace got the rebound, hands off to Whitaker, who brings it down the court for the Generals. Drives inside. Looks like he was looking to find his teammate, Logan Grace. Bounces off central defender. It'll remain Lehigh ball. As Stewart comes in, and Whitaker will take a seat. And number 12, Tyler Fannin, comes into the game for Lehigh as Bundy will take a seat. Collier will be set to inbound for the Lehigh Generals. He finds Stewart. Right back to Collier. Takes a quick three. Didn't hit anything. And Bryson Collins got the rebound, but then lost it. Good defense there by Dylan Fann, and it's Lehigh ball once again.
Okay, the timeout called by Lehigh. It'd be a 30-second timeout.
And Lehigh shooting exceptionally well from outside the arc. It's one of the main reasons for their early lead here in the first quarter. Also playing some good defense. Central struggling a little bit on offense. And, they're trying to slow Lehigh down defensively, but have been unsuccessful so far.
I believe that last three-point attempt by Collier over here in this near side corner was one of the few three-pointers they've missed so far here in the first quarter. In 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, and Lehigh already has 18 points.
Coming out of the timeout, looks like the same 5 will be on the floor for both teams. On the floor for Central, we got Jordan Bishop, Bryson Collins, Landon Elkins, Brody Allison, and Damai Lester. Lehigh ready to inbound. That's Grace. He finds Stewart. Pass back to Grace. Another corner 3. That one won't go. Jordan Bishop gets the rebound. Hands to Landon Elkins. They're headed the other way now. Elkins ball stripped. There's Dylan Fannin there with the strip, but Elkins retains possession. Pass to Lester, who finds Brody Allison on the right wing. Back to Elkins. Back to Lester. And a bullet pass, and he finds Landon Elkins. And went up for a layup. Couldn't get it to fall, but he was fouled. He'll head to the line. I think they're going to call that on Jackson Collier. Looks like, by golly, Lance Colley's ready to check into the game for the Warriors, and Tyler Vanover as well. Elkins' first shot is up, and it falls. Ben Stallard coming in as well. And Jordan Bishop, Brody Allison, and Bryson Collins will take a break.
You've been saving that one?
I've been, I ran cross country with Lance and just rolled off the tongue one day. I have been waiting to say it on the radio.
By golly, Lance Collier. There we go.
Elkins' second shot is up, a little strong, no good. Bundy comes down with the rebound. Lehigh with the ball now. Bundy crosses half court. Pass to Stewart. Back to Bundy. He finds Dylan Fannin. He's on the left wing, right wing, excuse me. Passes back to Bundy. Top of the key, they'll look to reset the offense. Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Passes out to Dylan Fannin, right wing, back to Bundy. Tyler Fannin with it now. He finds Stewart. Back to Bundy. Warriors not letting Lehigh get any good looks here offensively. Bundy drives to his right into the lane, puts up a layup. Layup is good, but they're going to say it was a charge. Ben Stallard took the contact. Good move there by Stallard. It'll be Central ball.
Yeah, Lehigh was trying to wait for the last shot. Collier put the ball on the deck and drove. But good job by Ben Stallard there taking the charge.
2.3 seconds left as Elkins gets the inbound. Finds Tyler Vanover. Shot. No good. Don't know if that would have counted. It was close on the release and the buzzer. After one, score is the Lehigh Generals 18, the Central Warriors 13.
Also I talked to some of the assistant coaches here before the game, and there was a little bit of concern coming into the night. 2 years ago, Central came over here and played Lehigh and faced a pretty scrappy Generals team, and actually left here 2 years ago with a loss in a game that I'm sure the Warriors were favored in. I'm sure tonight a lot of people look at the Warriors as the favorite coming in, but here in this gym, Lehigh, putting a pretty good fight here in the first quarter. Again, 5-point lead as we head to the second period.
Well, it's like me and Chad were talking about there during the girls' game. You can't take any team lightly, and the Warriors have to stay focused and realize that on paper they may be better than the Generals, but that don't mean that Lehigh can't pull out an upset here.
Looks like we're set to begin the second period. Looks like the Warriors will send out Bryson Collins, Elijah Hayes, Landon Elkins, Tyler Vanover, and Ben Stallard. Looks like the starting 5 out for the Warriors. For Lehigh, we've got number 23, Jacob Whitaker, number 2, Braden Bundy, number 23, again, Jacob Whitaker, number 1, Jackson Collier, 13, Justice Fannin, and number 10, Dylan Fannin. Landon Elkins with the ball. Again, the Lehigh Generals coming out now. They're in a triangle and 2 as they will face guard Elijah Hayes and Tyler Vanover. Vanover gets the ball from Elkins. He kicks it to Bryson Collins. Back up to the top of the key to Elkins. Ben Stallard gets it now, shoots a 3 from the corner. It's no good. It will sail out of bounds. Ball will go back to Lehigh. So again, Lehigh coming out in another gimmick defense, running a triangle and 2 as they look to chase around Elijah Hayes and Tyler Vanover to keep them off the scoreboard. Bundy with the ball being guarded by Tyler Vanover at the half court. Warriors in man-to-man defense. Bundy passes it over to Whitaker at the top of the key. He surveys and looks. He skips it to the corner, number 10, Dylan Fannin. His shot will be deflected. Rebound to Landon Elkins, and he comes back the other way. He pushes it into the lane, kicks it to Ben Stallard in the middle. His shot's a little too strong, hits the back of the iron, and back come the Generals. Bundy crosses half court, surveys the Warriors' defense. And Generals not in any hurry to run any type of play here. Kicks it inside to Fannin. Fan at the top of the key, being guarded by Collins. He skips it over to Collier on the left wing. Collier drives baseline. He tries to throw a skip pass over the other side to Jacob Whitaker. Pass goes a little too high, sails into the stands. Turnover, ball back to the Warriors.
Got to say, that elderly gentleman, he caught that ball like a champ.
He was
He was on his game.
He was in the game. He was ready to shoot. It looked like he was spotting up. He's about 4 rows too high. Elkins passes over to Stout on the right wing, looking to hit Elijah Hayes. He's not open, so he skips it back up to the top of the key to Elkins. Elkins dribbles back out to the volleyball line, hits a curling Tyler Vanover, who skips it back to Elkins over to Ben Stouter. Ball back to Landon. He drives into the lane, shoots a floater. It's no good. Rebound Fannin, ball back to Lehigh. Whitaker dribbles across half court. He skips it over to Bundy on the right wing. He penetrates in, pulls up and kicks it back out to Whitaker at the volleyball line. He drives to his right, being guarded by Ben Stouter, shoots a pull-up jumper. It's too strong. Landon Elkins comes down with the rebound. He tries to skip it ahead to Tyler Vanover, and it's stolen by Whitaker. Back come the Generals. A forward pass by Dylan Fannin is kicked away. No whistle. Finally, the loose ball is deflected out of bounds. It will stay with the Lehigh Generals.
That's good hustle there by Landon Elkins laying out to try to save that ball. He didn't come away with it, but he disrupted the Generals' possession.
We're 1 minute and 59 seconds into the second quarter. Neither team yet to score here in this period. But again, the score is 18-13. Lehigh Generals lead. Jacob Whitaker set to inbound the ball for the Generals. He does so to Braden Bundy. Bundy being guarded by Tyler Vanover at the half-court line. Bundy dribbles off to his right, now being guarded by Eli Stout.
Ben Stouter.
Ben Stouter. Eli's his brother. You're correct.
We're going to call it travel.
Yep. A traveling call on that ball. Go back to the Warriors. Ben, Eli, I'm sure they're both good at that.
I'm sure.
Ball back to the Warriors. Landon Elkins now dribbles across half court, being guarded by Braden Bundy. He skips it over to Tyler Vanover on the right wing. He throws it across to Elijah Hayes. He dribbles baseline to his left, shoots a right-handed floater. It's no good. Bryson Collins comes down with the rebound. His putback attempt is no good, but will be called for a foul.
Be on number 13, Justice Fannin. And I'll tell you, he is skinny as a rail, but now he's got some reach, and he's matched Bryson Collins' shot. I don't know how many times now, at least 2 or 3 blocks there for Fannin.
So Bryson Collins steps up. His first free throw attempt is good, and with 5:31 in the second period, that's her first points here in the period. And Lehigh Generals lead the Warriors 18-14. Bryson Collins gets the ball from the official. He steps up to the free throw line. His second attempt is strong and no good. Jackson Collier comes down with the rebound. He skips it over to Braden Bundy, who looks across half court again, being guarded by Tyler Vanover. He drives to his right, skips it out to Collier. Collier picks up his dribble and throws it to Whitaker. Whitaker driving to his right, being guarded well by Ben Stouter. Throws up a wild shot. It's no good. Bryson Collins comes down with the rebound. It'll be knocked away by Whitaker. Ball will stay with the Warriors. Collins inbounds it to Landon Elkins, who dribbles slowly up to the half-court line. Again, Lehigh now looks to be in a box and one, not looking to guard Elijah Hayes as closely as they were before. Landon Elkins throws it to Tyler Vanover, who shoots the three from the wing. It's good. Give Tyler Vanover 3. Cuts the Lehigh Generals lead down to 1, 18-17, 4:45 left in the first half. Bundy with the ball. He crosses half court out to the volleyball line. He skips it over to number 5, Jacob Stewart. Stewart throws it over to Fannin. Fannin at the volleyball line, being guarded by Bryson Collins. He slows things down, throws it over to Collier. Collier dribbles in with his left, skips it inside to Fannin, but turns it over, and back comes Landon Elkins. He throws it up ahead to Elijah Hayes, a little too high. Ball now in Tyler Vanover's hands. He'll shoot another 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Fannin, and back come the Generals. Whitaker now skips it over to Collier, who throws it back to Stewart. His 3 rattles in and out. Ben Stouter with the rebound. Back comes Elijah Hayes. Elijah Hayes dribbling to his left. Skips it to the free throw line to Ben Stouter. Ball now with Tyler Vanover on the right wing. Back to Landon Elkins. Elkins' pass tried to force it into Bryson Collins. Gets deflected. Tyler Vanover now with the ball on the right wing. Throws a post-entry pass into Ben Stouter. Ben Stouter goes up, and that's good. Shoots it over the long reach of Justin Fannin. And now the Warriors on a quick 6-0 run have taken the lead 19-18, 3:35 left in the half. Whitaker with the ball at the top of the key. He dribbles to his right, kicks it out to Collier. Collier throws it back to Whitaker in the corner. He looked to shoot a three, shuffled his feet, will be called for a traveling call. Ball goes back to the Warriors as we have some wholesale substitutions for both teams.
Looks like Lance Colley, Damon Lester, Jordan Bishop, and Brody Allison will come in for the Warriors. Elijah Hayes being the only one staying on the court. Now on the court for Lehigh, we got Stewart, Collier, Whitaker, and Tyler Fannin and Dylan Fannin.
And the Warriors on a 6-0 run here in the third quarter. Brody Allison with the ball. He throws it over to Lester. Lester goes back to Allison. Allison looks to shoot, passes up, throws a cross-court pass to Hayes, who skips it out to Lester on the left wing. His three rattles in, make it 21 or 22 to 18. Warriors now on a 9-0 run here in the second period. Stewart now with the ball being guarded by Lester. He gets it across the volleyball line. He reverses his dribble, finds no one to throw it to, finally gets the ball to Collier being guarded by Hayes. Collier dribbles to his right. Good defense by the Warriors. Collier skips it back to the top of the key to Whitaker, who tries to dribble in. He can't do so. Collier has the ball. He shoots a three. It comes up empty. Rebounded by Brody Allison, and back comes Lester and the Warriors. Allison now with the ball on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Hayes. Back to Lester at the top of the key. Lester with the bounce pass to Bishop. Skips it back to Hayes. Hayes for three. It rattles in. Another three by the Warriors, and Lehigh has seen enough. They want a timeout as the Warriors have taken a 25-18 lead here in the second period. The Warriors on a 12-0 run with 2:33 left here in the first half.
Well, like you said, the Warriors on a 12-0 run, and I mean, in the first quarter they were getting good looks. They just couldn't get anything to fall. They've had better luck this quarter getting shots to fall and running some good offense, getting guys good open looks, playing some good defense as well. Lehigh's cooled off a little bit offensively. Like I said, scored 25-18 now, Warriors lead.
Well, Central's done real well here on the offense the last few possessions. They moved the ball around. They've hit the guys cutting into the lane. They've skipped it across court. And anytime a team's in a zone and you can throw the ball into the middle or skip it cross court, it makes that defense shift. And a lot of times when you're in the zone, those shifts come a little late. And if you leave some shooters like Vanover and Hayes open, they'll knock down a few. And what it might do is it might get Lehigh to get out of that zone, get out of that gimmick defense. And if that happens, I'm sure Coach McCamus will be licking his lips, licking his chops. Then he'll be able to run some more traditional sets and see if we can't score a little more easier. It'll be Lehigh ball. Again, the Warriors lead 25-18. We have 2:23 remaining here in the half. Warriors now looking to pick up full court. Bundy has the ball being guarded by Damon Lester. Bundy gets it across half court, again being guarded strongly by Lester. They switch off. It's Lance Colley now guarding it. Whitaker with the ball throws it back to Bundy being guarded by Colley. Ball goes back to Whitaker, who penetrates to his right. Spin move in the lane. His shot is up. It's no good. Brody Allison with the rebound. He's going to be stripped of it from number 10, Dylan Fannin, and we have a whistle and a foul. I believe the foul will be called on. They're going to call it on Jacob Whitaker. And Fannin got the steal, but they're going to call Whitaker with the foul from behind.
With that foul, Whitaker's going to take a seat, and Logan Grace will come in to take his place for Lehigh.
For Lehigh, that is their 16th foul here in the first half as we're under the 2-minute mark. Brody Allison with the ball. He skips it over to Lester. Lester dribbles to his left and gives it back to Allison. Allison shoots the three from the left wing. It hits the rim and sails over the backboard. It'll be a missed three-point opportunity. Ball goes back to Lehigh. Again, we're 1:47 left here in the second period. Lehigh looking for their first points of the second period. Bundy with the ball being guarded by Lester. He crosses half court, slows it down. Now he picks it back up again, drives in. He'll be rejected by Jordan Bishop, who comes up with the ball, kicks it up to Lester, now to Allison. Allison looked to make a pass, but moved his feet a little too much. He'll be called for the traveling call. Ball will go back to Lehigh as Coach McCamus looks to send in Tyler Vanover, Landon Elkins, Ben Stallard, and Bryson Collins. Looks like Lester will be the one Warrior remaining on the court for the Warriors. In Lester guarding Jacob Stewart now in the backcourt. Stewart now has the ball being guarded by Lester. Everyone else clears out to the other side of the court. Stewart crosses half court, penetrates in with his right hand, now dribbles it back out. He picks up his dribble, and the Warriors look to deny. He finally finds number 35, Logan Grace, Grace tries to throw it over to Fannin. Ball gets deflected around. It's still loose. Turned into a soccer match there for a second. They're finally going to call Bryson Collins with the kick ball. Ball will remain with the Generals underneath their own basket. 1:10 left here in the first half.
Well, Bryson Collins looked down. The ball was there. It was a swift little kick. Ref seen it, called kick ball.
Grace looks to inbound the ball for the Warriors. He throws it all the way back up to the top of the key to Stewart. Stewart has it at the volleyball line, surveys the defense, looking for someone to throw it to. He hits a cutting Fannin, who turns it over. Lester skips it up ahead to Tyler Vanover. Vanover lays it up with his left hand. It's good. It's now 27-18 Warriors. Warriors now on a 14-0 run here in the second period with 45 seconds left. Fannin with the ball. He drives into his right. He kicks it out to Stewart. But on the drive, Fannin's going to be called for a charge. Daymile Lester was waiting for him underneath the basket. And before the ball could be skipped out, he ran over Lester. The referee saw it, called the charge violation. So the ball will go back to the Warriors. Landon Elkins now with the ball. He dribbles it slowly to half court. Now down to 35 seconds in the half. Elkins skips it over to Lester. Lester dribbles to his left, picks up his dribble, settles for the jump shot. It hits the front of the rim, no good. Ben Stowler with the offensive rebound. He tries to shoot it backwards over his head. It's no good. We're down to 20 seconds. Lehigh with the ball. Collier with it, crosses half court, being guarded by Ben Stowler closely. Collier shoots the right-handed floater. It hits the side of the backboard and nothing else. It will be deflected out of bounds by Lehigh. Ball goes to the Warriors with 13 seconds. No correction. We're going to say the ball is out on the Warriors. It's going to stay with the Generals. Collier with the ball. He inbounds it to Stewart. Back to Collier in the corner. He drives to his right. Kicks it back out to Stewart. Stewart dribbles left, pulls up. It hits the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Fannin. And on the putback attempt, we'll have a foul called on the Warriors. Foul is going to be called number 44, Bryson Collins. That's going to be the Warriors' third team foul here in the first half. And it will send Tyler Fannin to the free throw line, looking to break the seal that's on the rim here on the Lehigh side. As the Generals are yet to score, we have 3.5 seconds left. Fannin will do so as he hits the first of 2 free throw attempts, making the lead 27-19 in favor of the Warriors. Lehigh clears out the lane. They're going to send everyone back to half court, looking for the Warriors to do something here on offense with 3.5 seconds left. Fannin's second attempt is nothing but net. It's good, 27-20 Warriors. Lester with the ball. He crosses half court. He shoots a running floater from the half court line. It hits the side of the rim, and with that horn, it signals the end of the first half. Great second period by the Warriors, as the Warriors will go into the half with a 27-20 lead over the Lehigh Generals.
But what you got to like about the Warriors is that they didn't panic. You know, Lehigh came out and it seemed like they couldn't miss, and had a full size of the lead there. But the Warriors stayed calm, and they came out and they dominated the second quarter, only gave up 2 points, and put up an additional 14, which gives them a 7-point lead as we head into the half here.
Yeah, again, good first half right there by the Warriors. Good first half again by the Warriors. Again, you look at that first quarter, it was 18-13 Lehigh after the first quarter. And up until 3 seconds to go, you didn't really know if Lehigh was going to be able to score in that second period. Warriors went on a 14-0 run. And then finally, Fannin there was able to hit those 2 free throws with under 10 seconds left. That finally gave Lehigh some scoring. But as you said, good job of the Warriors to adjust. Lehigh came out kind of, in coaching speak, kind of punched them in the mouth there a little bit and knocked the Warriors back on their heels. But good job of Coach McCamus' squad to recover from that. And in that second period, he really laid it to the Generals to go into the half with the lead.
Well, like me and Chad discussed there in the last game, coming out of halftime here, the Warriors may have dominated that quarter. But they got to keep their foot on the gas. They can't let up. And the Lehigh, you know, when they get hot, they can't miss. And they can't let up and let them get back in the game.
And before we step away here, got some quick stats here to update here for the Warriors. So far, Tyler Vanover has 8 points for the Warriors, 6 of those coming off 3-point attempts. Elijah Hayes leads the Warriors with 10 at the half, and he's hit 2 threes as well. Landon Elkins chipped in a free throw. He has a point. Daymile Lester with 5 points. Ben Stowder with 2, and Bryson Collins with 1. So for the Warriors, they were able to hit 5 3-pointers there in the first half. Again, Elijah Hayes leading the scoring for the Warriors with 10. On the Lehigh Generals side, We have leading the way is Jacob Whitaker, number 23. He has 8 points, 6 of those coming from behind the three-point arc. Justin Fannin with 4 points, Tyler Fannin with 2, Jacob Stewart has 3 points off of the 3, and Braden Bundy also has 3 points coming off the 3. If you just tuned in, I don't know if you quite pick it up, but Jacob Stewart for Lehigh is their newest 1,000-point scorer, doing so in their last game against Gate City. I guess that was maybe last week or right before Christmas. But so far, the Warriors doing a good job on that 1,000-point score, holding him to just a 1 3-pointer.
And with that being said, we'll take a break here. Got about 7 minutes until the second half will get underway. Once again, we're here at Lee High School, Central Warriors versus the Lehigh Generals. Score at the half, Central Warriors 27, Lehigh 20. All right, welcome back. Once again, this is Austin Yeary, and I'm here with Chris Wilson. We're in Ben-Hur, Virginia, here at Lee High School. We got the Central Warriors taking on the Lehigh Generals. Scored halftime. Central Warriors 27, Lehigh 20. And as we're about to get the second half underway, makes you wonder if Lehigh's going to come back out swinging and maybe try to throw up some quick points.
Yeah, see if they can't try to recapture what they had there in the first half or in the first quarter. In first quarter, Lehigh jumped out to that 18-13 lead, knocking down a bunch of threes, running some gimmick defense. It's kind of kept the Warriors a little on their heels, a little off balance. And then in the second period, the Warriors kind of got into a rhythm and recaptured the lead there. A couple quick scores of note if you're listening. Again, cell service ain't exactly the greatest here in Ben-Hur. But at the half, Abingdon leads the Union Bears 24-22. And that's Abingdon at the half, 24-22. And after the first period, here's a shocker, Austin. We had John Battle 20, Gate City 18 after the first period. And that's been a little while ago. I'm sure that game's getting closer to the halftime now. Again, John Battle leading Gate City after 20-18.
Well, it's like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible. As we get underway here, we got Bundy. He takes a floater. It's no good. Looks like Whitaker gets the offensive rebound and loses it. Elkins comes away with the steal. He passes the ball ahead to Vanover. Pulls a three. No good. Whitaker got the rebound, and Tyler Vanover smacked the ball out of his hands. Be Lehigh ball. Whitaker inbounds to Bundy. Tyler Vanover picks him up. Gets across half court. Drives to his right. Passes out to Stewart. Stewart with it. He's guarded by Elkins. Pass back to Bundy. Drives to his left. Hands off to Collier, who drives into the lane. Hook pass out to Fannin. Back to Whitaker. Pulls a three. Short. And I believe they're going to call a foul on Central. Be on Landon Elkins. A loose ball foul.
Yeah, play kind of broke down a little bit. Bryson Collins thought he had drawn a charge foul, and instead we got no whistle. So he sort of laid there for a second, kind of got the defense out of the sorts there, and Lehigh got the foul called on Elkins.
Justice Fannin with it now. His pass to Collier almost stolen by Elijah Hayes. Collier retains possession, pulls a floater from the baseline, won't go. Ben Stour gets a rebound, hands off to Hayes. Central head the other way. Pass ahead to Bryson Collins. The big man lays it in. Makes the score 29-20, Central lead. As Bundy will bring it up the court now for the Generals. He drives to his left. And his pass to Whitaker, bad pass. Landon Elkins gets away with the steal ahead to Elijah Hayes. Attempted a dunk, couldn't quite get it. And the ball sailed out of bounds. The Lehigh ball once again scored 29-20. Central lead. Bundy brings it across half court once again for the Generals. Drives right into the lane, pulls up. No good. Elijah Hayes gets the rebound. Other way for Central. No-look pass into Ben Stallard. The surfer dude, Ben Stallard, puts it in for two. And that makes the score 31-20. Lehigh wants timeout.
Again, good job right there with the Warriors. Again, not settling for anything. Good quick passes inside, attacking that Lehigh Generals defense. And here right off the bat in the second half, stretching out the lead as now the Warriors lead by double figures. Another quick update. I got a little distracted there. John Battle is up on Gate City at the half. John Battle has 40. Gate City is 35. Again, the Warriors saw John Battle on Wednesday night. And Warriors, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, pretty much took it to them. Yeah. Dominated that game from start to finish. And now here John Battle is giving the Gate City Blue Devils, the defending state champions, a little run for their money. And John Battle leading at the half, 40-35.
Well, let's say John Battle wins that game, then by the transitive property, that means next time the Warriors play Gate City, it's going to be a blowout.
That would be correct.
So let's keep that in mind, folks. As Bundy brings it across half court, he's guarded by Vanover. Drives in, kicks out to Stewart. His pass to Collier almost broken up by Hayes. Collier with it. Hands off to Whitaker. Spin move into the lane. Puts up a shot. No good. Hayes gets the rebound. Headed the other way for the Warriors now. Hayes stops. Cross-court pass to Elkins. Almost broken up. Retains possession. Back to Hayes for three. Rattles around. Won't go. Bryson Collins tried to tip it in. That wouldn't go either. Bundy headed the other way now for Lehigh. Puts up a prayer. That one won't go. Elijah Hayes gets the rebound. Other way now. Tyler Vanover will try a three, and it's good. Makes it 34-20 Central, extending their lead.
That puts the Warriors on a 21-2 run since the first period.
Got Stewart with it now. He'll pass out to Collier. Elijah Hayes almost had the steal. Instead, they'll call a jump ball. And it'll be Central ball. As we got some substitutions here. It looks like Tyler and Dylan Fannin will come in as Bundy and Justice Fannin will take a seat. Inbound pass to Landon Elkins. Pass to Ben Stallard to Hayes. Back to Stallard. Back to Elkins. A lob to Elijah Hayes, and it won't go, but gets his own rebound. Puts that one up. It's good. 36-20 Warriors.
And that was a set play by the Warriors looking for the lob to Elijah Hayes. He missed the first layup, but got his own rebound and put it back up and in.
Got Dylan Fannin with it now. He passes to Tyler Fannin. Tried to pass it back to Dylan, couldn't get it. Stewart comes away with it. Pass to Whitaker, corner three. That won't go. Tyler Vanover comes away with the rebound. Brings it down the court. Pulls up. Mid-range J is good. Make it 38-20. Warriors on a tear. Cannot miss. Lehigh with it now. Got Dylan Fannin up court. Pass to Whitaker. Back to Dylan Fannin. Drives right past Bryson Collins. Puts up a layup. No good. They're going to say he was fouled on his way up. And they're going to say that was on Bryson Collins. And he'll head to the stripe.
Yeah, I thought the foul was on Tyler Vanover coming up trying to block the shot. I thought he caught him on the arm, but instead of caught on Bryson Collins. Unsure of how many personal fouls that is. They don't quite exactly update the scoreboard here on personal fouls.
It's either 2 or 3. I know he's had at least one there in the first half as Dylan Fannin sinks his first free throw.
It looks like he had 1 in the first half. That'll be 2 for Collins now in the game.
Second free throw from Fannin is up and good. Elkins bringing it the other way now. Pass to Elijah Hayes. He'll dribble around, pass it back to Elkins. Guarded closely by Tyler Fannin. Back to Hayes. Vanover in the corner. Back to Hayes. Back to Elkins. Elkins hits Hayes once more. And a pass intended for Tyler Vanover is broken up by Collier. Lehigh headed the other way. Cross-court pass to Stewart. He passes out. That was Tyler Fannin who gives it right back to Stewart. Ben Stallard poked it away. Landon Elkins comes away with the steal. Fast break now for the Warriors. Elkins puts up a layup, won't go. And Tyler Fannin comes away with it in the fast break. Elkins, great hustle. Poked it away and then saved it from going out of bounds, but Stewart from Lehigh comes away with it. Ball's passed around. Collier tries a three and hits it. Lehigh finally on the board. Makes it 38-25. Warriors still lead. Hayes with it. Bounce pass to Elkins. Right back to Hayes. So Collins, Ben Stallard now with it. Back to Hayes. And he'll dribble it out to the volleyball line. Address the offense. Dribbling around. Drives to his right. Tyler Vanover way behind the line for a corner three. That one won't go. Collier gets the defensive rebound. Lehigh headed the other way. Pass out to Dylan Fannin. He drives in. Shot on the low block won't go. Central with it now as Elijah Hayes has it. Pass to Bryson Collins. Back to Hayes. Tried to do a bullet pass down into Ben Stallard, but it was intercepted by Whitaker, and then Whitaker's pass tipped by Elkins. Both players go flying out of bounds towards the cement wall there, and they both come walking away, so they're all right.
Yeah, 2 ill-advised passes there by Elijah Hayes, trying to make the fancy pass, and it works sometimes it don't. Unfortunately for him, the last 2 times it hasn't. I got to go back to that last play by Landon Elkins on that tip from behind. I've never seen somebody tip the ball from behind with his left hand and then save it from going out of bounds with his right hand and keep the ball in play. That was good hustle by Elkins in that last play.
During that dead ball, some substitutions were made by Coach T.J. McCamus. As Dylan Fannin hits a shot, we got Brody Allison, Trey Mullins, Nehemiah Lester, Jordan Bishop, and Elijah Hayes on the court now. As Lester hits another three from the left side, make it 41-27 now. Warriors lead. Bundy with the ball, bringing it across half court, drives to his left. Hand off to Dylan Fannin. Now to Tyler Fannin on the right wing. and they're going to say he traveled. Turnover, Warriors ball.
Good shot right there by Lester. That's 2 threes now. Lester's hit again after he didn't score the other night against John Battle. He's come out tonight and hit 2 threes for 6 points.
Elijah Hayes with it. Through Central, he passes to Brody Allison. He finds Jordan Bishop. Hand off to Hayes. Back to Damon Lester. High pass. Hayes corrals it. Drives inside. Puts up a layup. It's good. Looked like he may receive some contact there. No call. Makes it 43-27. Lehigh headed the other way.
Warriors switch back to a 2-3 zone now with the final minute 15 seconds in the third period.
Dylan Fannin received the pass, almost stolen by Jordan Bishop. Passes to Collier. It's guarded closely by Brody Allison. Back to Dylan Fannin in the left corner. Into Grace. He's against Trey Mullins. Passes out to Tyler Fannin. That 3 is short. Damon Lester comes away with a long rebound. Passes ahead to Brody Allison. Pass to Trey Mullins. Intercepted. Bundy. Fast break. It's good. And with that layup, makes it 43-29. Warriors still lead. Lester streaking down the court now. Slows it down. Pass to Hayes. They'll try to run an offense here. Tyler Fannin tipped the ball to Hayes' hands. Elijah Hayes retained possession. Passes to Damon Lester. Pass to Trey Mullins. Mullins inside to Allison. It's broken up. Collier comes away with the steal. Pass ahead to an unsuspected Bundy. Back to Collier. A 3. Won't go. Hayes gets the defensive board. Headed the other way once more to Brody Allison. Thought about a 3. Didn't. Into Jordan Bishop. Good find to Trey Mullins. And that makes it 45-29 with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Bundy with it. Pass to Collier. Out to Grace. Corner 3 as the buzzer sounds. Didn't hit anything. And after 3, the score is the Central Warriors 45, the Lehigh Generals 29.
Now, Central got a little sloppy there in the last part of that third period. Tried to force a few passes, had some unforced turnovers. Again, Brody Allison tried to force a pass to the free throw line to Trey Mullins that got intercepted. And then Trey Mullins tried to force a pass inside on a flex cut. It got turned over. And then 2 turnovers by Elijah Hayes earlier. So 4 or 5 sloppy passes right there by the Warriors led to some turnovers. Coach McCamus wasn't too pleased about those, but he has to be pleased with what the scoreboard says as the Warriors still lead 45-29.
Absolutely. The Warriors didn't let up there coming out of the half. I believe Lehigh only scored 7 points. I don't know how many points the Warriors scored, but they definitely laid it on. Getting good looks. Like I said, a little bit sloppy there towards the end. And they need to try and clean it up and finish this one out.
Looked at the Warriors outscored them 18-9 there in that period. I think it was 27-20 at the half. Yeah, 27-20, so 18-9 there by the Warriors in that third period. Looks like we're set to begin the fourth period. The Warriors will send out Damon Lester, Landon Elkins, Lance Colley, Brody Allison, and Jordan Bishop. They'll go against number 12, Tyler Fannin, number 5, Jacob Stewart, number 10, Dylan Fannin, number 35, Logan Grace, and number 1, Jackson Collier for the Generals. Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Stewart kicks it over to Collier. His pass cross court is tipped by Landon Elkins. It will sail out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Lehigh Generals. That pass was intended for Dylan Fannin. Good job by Landon Elkins getting the passing lane and deflected out of bounds. Jacob Stewart with the ball. He crosses half court, throws it over to Dylan Fannin, throws it into Grace. His lob up over top is intercepted by Brody Allison, and back come the Warriors. Landon Elkins drives to his right. He's met by no one, but misses the layup. Lance Colley hustles and gets the rebound. Kicks it to Jordan Bishop. Bishop hits the 3 from the left-hand wing, and the Warriors now lead 48-29. Jacob Stewart crosses half court. Again, the Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Lance Colley and Damon Lester at the top of the zone. Stewart kicks it over to Collier, throws it into Grace. Grace skips it over to Fannin. Fannin shoots a float on the baseline. It comes up short. Brody Allison unable to corral the rebound. It kicks off his legs and out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Generals with 7:08 left in the game.
With that dead ball, looks like Bundy, Whitaker, and Justice Fannin will come in as Dylan Fannin, Tyler Fannin, and trying to remember who else was in there. They took a seat pretty quick. Got some new players in for Lehigh.
Looks like Whitaker is set to inbound the ball underneath their own basket here for the Generals. He's got it. He surveys, tries to find someone to throw it to. Good job defense with over the Warriors. He finally gets it in to Bundy. Bundy dribbles it back out, kicks it back to Whitaker, who gives it back to Bundy out past the volleyball line. Warriors still in the 2-3 zone. Whitaker skips it over to Collier, who thinks about a three, pulls it down instead, throws it to the corner to Stewart. Stewart dribbles it back out, throws it back to Collier. Lester from behind deflects it, knocks it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Generals. 6:49 left in the game.
Looks like Damon Lester wanted that to be Warrior ball. Didn't quite get that call, but nevertheless, good hustle by Lester.
Whitaker inbounds it to Bundy. Bundy out at the volleyball line, surveys the Warriors 2-3 defense, kicks it over to Collier, who takes a deep three. It comes up short, rebounded by Brody Allison. Landon Elkins skips it ahead to Damon Lester, who penetrates in with the left, shoots a right-handed floater. It's no good, rebounded by the Generals. Collier skips it over to Stewart. Stewart penetrates into the lane. He shoots a right-handed floater. It hits the rim 3 times and finally falls to make it 48-31 Warriors. Lester now with the ball at the volleyball line, throws it up to Landon Elkins. Elkins hits Colley, surveys inside, skips it over to Bishop. Bishop puts the ball on the floor to his left, throws it to Brody Allison on the left wing. Allison to Lester. Lester unable to come up with it, chases it down before it goes out of bounds. Lester now back to the top of the key to Elkins, who penetrates into the lane. He shoots a right-handed layup up and under. It misses everything. Rebounded by Fannin, and back come the Generals. Collier skips it up to Stewart. Stewart dribbles it a few times, and now we'll pull it back out. He passes it over to Collier, gives it right back to Stewart on the other side of the court. And the Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Collier now with it, throws a diagonal pass inside. That's number 13, Justice Fannin. He hits the layup. It's 48-33 Warriors. Lester now has it, drives into his left and dribbles it back out. Landon Elkins pulls it back out to the volleyball line as the Warriors set up their offense. Elkins penetrates to his right, picks up his dribble, throws it back to Lester at the top of the key. Lester loses control of the ball. Stewart comes away with it. Back come the Generals. Stewart kicks it up to Bundy, back to Collier, back to Stewart, but Damon Lester hustling back, picks off the pass. He penetrates into the lane, shoots a pretty ugly-looking left-handed layup that gets blocked. Loose ball, and we've got a timeout being called by the Lehigh Generals as 3 guys dove for the ball. Lehigh came away with it, and they'll get the timeout called. So with 5:01 left, the Warriors will lead by 15, 48-33.
That's great hustle there by Lester getting back. Just appeared out of nowhere. Lehigh wasn't expecting him to be there, got the steal. On the other end, looked like if he could have just dished it to Lance Colley, he could have had an easy 2. Decided to go up with it himself. Ball deflected out. A lot of bodies on the floor. And it will still be a Central ball after we come out of this timeout.
Yeah, it looked like Lester was a little unsure of his left hand there, penetrating in. He had to shoot the left-handed layup. Didn't exactly look pretty, and the Generals were able to block that ball, and then it turned into a loose ball situation. 3 bodies diving for it. Lehigh came up with it and got the timeout call, so they'll keep possession, getting down 15 with 5:01 left in the game. It's a full timeout, so both teams still in the huddle. Coach McCain is talking to his team, trying to go over a few last-second instructions before we play this last 5 minutes of this contest. Referees now trying to break up both teams' huddles. Neither team looking to be in too big of a hurry to come out and play this final 5 minutes.
It looks like both teams are gassed, and, I could see why. They've played hard this whole game, not ever let up, and definitely good hustle from both teams.
Thought there for 1 second, trainer Emma McCamus was doing a dance in the huddle, but I think she was just trying to drop some of the sweat from the bodies that were in front of the Warriors bench. Either that or it was a new dance move she was crying out over there in the huddle.
Well, I don't doubt that the players are sweating because I'm about sweating. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
it is hot.
Yeah, we're up here in the rafters here in this gym, and it's getting pretty warm up here in the upper deck. Play finally resumes. Bundy skips the ball over to Fannin. Fannin gives it right back to Bundy. Bundy gives it back to Fannin. Fannin tries to throw a pass into the corner. It's going to be deflected by Landon Elkins and sails out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Generals. If ever in doubt, just call out Fannin because they've got 3 of them, so you're pretty much going to be right. Bundy with the ball, skips it over to Collier. Collier skips it over to Dylan Fannin, who drives to his right. Instead, they're going to call a blocking foul on Landon Elkins. That'll be the Warriors' 3rd team foul here in the half, so no threat of the bonus here just yet with 4:39 left in the game. Jacob Whitaker set to inbound the ball underneath the Generals' basket. He does so out past the top of the key to Bundy. Warriors back in a 2-3 zone. Bundy gives it to Whitaker. Whitaker skips it over to Collier on the right wing. Collier dribbles all the way across to the left-hand wing, finally gives it to Bundy in the left corner. Bundy jumps, throws the pass up to Collier. Collier dribbles and skips it across court to Fannin. Fannin back to Bundy. His shot is rejected by Elijah Hayes. Bryson Collins tries to come up with it before it goes out of bounds. Is unable to do so. Ball will stay with the Generals with 4:17 left. Whitaker with the ball. He's looking for someone to inbound it to. He throws it up to the top of the key to Bundy. Bundy dribbles it around, skips it over to number 12, Tyler Fannin. Fannin inside to Whitaker, back up to Collier. Collier throws a cross-court pass to Dylan Fannin. He drives his left, shoots a left-handed floater that comes up short, rebounded by Elijah Hayes, and back comes the Warriors. Elijah Hayes picks up his dribble, throws it over to Landon Elkins, who keeps it at the volleyball line. Elkins now penetrates to his right. He's uncontested again on a layup. It comes up empty. It will be deflected out of bounds by Elijah Hayes. Ball goes back to the Lehigh Generals. Pretty good job by Elkins getting to the rim. He's just not quite been able to finish on some of these drives. Two pretty good layup opportunities. He's come up empty-handed on both of them.
Well, like you said, he's got the moves and able to penetrate the defense. Just can't get on the foul.
Tyler Fannin takes a long two off the left-handed dribble. It misses iron, but we deflected out of bounds by the Warriors, so the ball will stay with the Generals. Jacob Whitaker inbounds. He throws it all the way across the court to Fannin, who skips it up to Collier, who goes back to Whitaker on the left wing. Whitaker kicks it back out to Bundy, who gives it back to Whitaker, who shoots the deep three, and it's good. If Whitaker three, that cuts the lead down to 48-36 in favor of the Warriors with 3:20 left. Landon Elkins penetrates in, skips it across to Bryson Collins, who spins into the lane, tries to throw it back up to Tyler Vanover, but it'll be picked off by Whitaker. Whitaker goes in, shoots the layup, and it's now down to 10 points with 3 minutes to go. Warriors with 10, with a 10-point lead, and Coach McCamus wants a timeout. So with 3:03, the Warriors' lead is down to 48-38, and the Lehigh Generals showing a little bit of life here late in the game.
Like we talked about at halftime, you can't take any team lightly. And Lehigh's not going to lay down and die here. They can still very well come back. We've got just over 3 minutes. It's just a 10-point game. A few bad turnovers, and they sink a few shots, and we're looking at a tie game.
Yeah, we saw it there from Lehigh in the first period. They knocked down 4 or 5 threes in a row. Put up 18 points in that first period, most of those coming from the deep ball. And right there, Jacob Whitaker, he was a good 6, 7, 8 feet behind the three-point line. Look at through. I looked at Coach McCamus when the ball went up. He wanted Tyler Vanover to get out there on him a little bit more. Vanover was inside the three-point line and kind of let Whitaker shoot it, and he knocked it down. And just like that, again, with 3:03 left, the Central Warriors lead is now down to 10. The Warriors have the ball. Looks like we may have got away with another potential turnover. Ben Stowler lost control of it. It actually hit inbounds, and then he deflected it. Referees didn't see it, so they keep possession. Tyler Vanover with the ball, dribbles out around the half-court line. Elijah Hayes with it, kicks it to Ben Stowler. Ball goes back to Vanover. He penetrates in, bounce passes into Bryson Collins. His layup attempt is no good as he's slapped in the side of the head by a General. The referees see it, and they're going to call the foul. The foul is going to be called number 23. That's Whitaker. That will send Bryson Collins to the line to shoot 2.
Lehigh defense really pressuring the Warriors here. They're trying to trap, and almost successful, almost came away with a few steals there.
First free throw by Bryson Collins is up and good. Yeah, as you said, Austin, coming out now looking to do some run and jump here, trying to trap whatever they can. It'll work if you can force some tip passes or some turnovers, but if not, you sometimes leave yourself vulnerable to a layup. Collins' second attempt is no good. Whitaker comes away with the rebound and kicks it up to Bundy. He crosses half court. Warriors still, now they've actually switched to man-to-man. Collier with the ball being guarded by Hayes. He drives in with his right, shoots the layup. It banks in and good. Warriors lead down to 9 with 2:22 left in the contest. Elijah Hayes with the ball. He crosses half court, throws it to Bishop. Bishop will lose control of the ball, but a foul will be called number 12, Tyler Fannin. I believe that's just the General's third team foul, so we're still quite a ways away from anyone being in the bonus here in this second half.
Looks like Landon Elkins will come in for Bryson Collins.
Actually, going to replace Jordan Bishop, I believe.
Bishop.
No, you're right. Bryson Collins. Bishop stays on the court.
Looks like the Lehigh fans thought Bishop may have, committed a backcourt violation, and it was close. Warriors going to have to be careful here.
Vanover with the ball in the backcourt. He's trying to find someone to pass it to. He finds Landon Elkins across half court. Again, Lehigh really trying to pick up the pressure on defense. Doesn't seem to be too concerned if they get a foul call. Again, there's still 4 more team fouls. That's going to be their 3rd right there. They're still 4 more fouls away from getting into a bonus situation. So if they can get a turnover, great. If not, they're going to commit the foul and try to send the Warriors to the free throw line. Again, the Warriors lead by 9 with 2:09 left. Elijah Hayes with the ball, and on the inbounds, we've got a foul called. Foul is going to be called on number 12. That's Fannin. And no time really ran off the clock on that foul. Warriors will switch it up now and let Elijah Hayes inbounds it. He's got the ball at the half court. He throws it into Landon Elkins, who's being guarded by Bundy. Elkins drives his left. He kicks it out to Tyler Vanover. He's bumped by Bundy at the half court line, and there's another foul being called on the Generals. We're down to 2:02 left.
They're really racking up the fouls here.
And scoring shows that being their 4th team foul.
And, you know, if you're the Generals, you don't want to send the Warriors to the line. They got some good free throw shooters. Definitely the defense is getting to the Warriors, though.
Elijah Hayes skips it up to Ben Stowler. Ben Stowler cross court pass to Tyler Vanover, who seems to be content to hold it. He'll be fouled by number 10. That's Dylan Fannin. That'll be the Generals' 5th team foul. But I guess when you're down 9, Austin, hoping that the Warriors can miss some free throws with the amount of time you've got left is about their only shot. Landon Elkins set the inbound the ball at half court. He throws it into Elijah Hayes. Bundy picks him up. He's met by Fannin. Hayes skips it to Vanover, gives it back to Hayes, and there's yet another foul. This one's on Bundy. That'll be the Generals' 6th team foul with 1:48 remaining in the game. And the Warriors lead 49-40 as things have really slowed down here in the last minute and a half. Landon Elkins with the ball half court. He set the inbounds. He throws it into Tyler Vanover. Vanover being trapped. He tries to get it out of the trap, and we have yet another foul. This one's going to be called on number 12. That's Tyler Fannin, and this time it will send Tyler Vanover to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. So with 1:44, Warriors lead 49-40. Just received word that the Gate City John Battle game, it is tied at 51 heading to the 4th quarter. So it's some good action in that contest as well. Got to say I'm pulling for the John Battle in that game.
I think everybody is.
Yeah. Free throw attempt by Tyler Vanover hits the back of the iron. Lehigh comes down with the rebound. Collier with the ball across the volleyball line. He skips it to Whitaker over to Bundy. Back to Whitaker at the volleyball line. He gives it back to Bundy. He pump fakes, gives it back to Whitaker. He shoots the 3. It hits nothing but net. That cuts the Warriors' lead down to 6. And with a minute and a half to go, it's 49-43. And as soon as that ball went in, Lehigh calls a timeout. So just like that, a missed front end on a 1-and-1. Whitaker hits a 3, and Lehigh's cut it down to 6 with still a minute and a half left in the game.
You know, you got to love the effort from Lehigh here, but my question is, where was that defense the rest of the game? You know, they're playing great defense, but if they've been playing like that the whole game, who knows what would have happened.
And Coach McCamus now trying to draw up what he needs his offense to do here. Coming out of this timeout, again, the Warriors, odds are going to be looking to maybe, knowing Coach McCamus, probably looking to slow it down a little bit, maybe a little bit of a delay offense. Again, John Battle's going to come out, look to press, look to trap. If they foul, they foul. They'll send the Warriors to the line where they hope they get the same result as last time. And Tyler Vanover missed that front end of the 1-and-1, giving them possession for a chance to come back down and knock down a 3.
Well, the Warriors got to be careful here making their passes. Lehigh's everywhere, and a bad pass results in a steal, and this game could be cut to 3 real quick.
Warriors have Hayes, Elkins, Collins, Stallard, and Vanover on the court. Hayes skips it to the corner to Bryson Collins. Collins over to Landon Elkins. Landon Elkins gives it back to Collins, who gives it back to Hayes. Hayes penetrates in, shoots the floater. It rims in and out, no good. Rebounded by Whitaker. Whitaker with the ball, skips it up to Collier. We're down to 1:05 left in the game. Collier back to Whitaker as the Warriors switch to man-to-man. Whitaker puts the ball on the floor, dribbles in. May have gotten away with the walk. He will not. Referee signals too many steps, and with 1 minute to go, ball will go back to the Warriors, leading by 6. Elijah Hayes inbounds it in to Landon Elkins as the clock is now under 1 minute. Hayes dribbles it up slowly, skips it back over to Elkins. Elkins back to Hayes, gives it up to Tyler Vanover. Vanover now being trapped, tries to throw it past to Elkins. It's stolen. Coming down is Stewart. Stewart shoots the layup. It's good. Warriors lead now down to 4. 41 seconds left in the contest. Hayes kicks it up the floor. He dribbles in. He shoots the layup. He'll be fouled as the ball hits the back of the rim. Foul is going to be called on Collier, as it will send Elijah Hayes to the line to shoot 2. Again, the Warriors lead 49-45. We have 35.1 seconds left in the contest. Elijah Hayes steps to the line to shoot 2 for the Warriors. He gets the ball from the official. His first free throw attempt is the back of the iron. It's no good. He'll get a second attempt. Coach McCamus now sends in Damon Lester in place of Bryson Collins. Looking for some more defense out around the perimeter right here. Subbing in Lester for Collins. Elijah Hayes steps up to the free throw line. His second free throw attempt is up in the net. Warriors now lead by 5. Stewart with the ball. He crosses half court, being guarded by Landon Elkins. He surveys the defense, dribbles to his left. He kicks it up to Collier, who penetrates into his right. Gets it back to Whitaker, who takes the 3. It's good. We got 21 seconds left. Warriors lead by 2. Elijah Hayes with the ball. He skips it up to Tyler Vanover, who's hit hard by Whitaker. Both players get up a little upset. Tyler Vanover gets up into Whitaker's face. They'll be separated by both teams. I believe we have some upset fans here, but I believe it's just going to be a hard foul call that will send Tyler Vanover to the free throw line to shoot. I believe it's just going to be 1-1. Scoreboard shows that it's being the 19th foul. Again, it was a hard foul by Whitaker. Looked like he was going for the ball. Just kind of caught a lot of body. Vanover hit the floor pretty hard. I mean, he hit the deck. It was a hard foul. But again, I don't think there's anything malicious or dirty. Vanover goes to the free throw line. Warriors up by 2. His first free throw hits nothing but net. Warriors now lead 51-48. We've got 16.3 seconds remaining. It's getting loud in here, Austin.
It is. Definitely not a lack of excitement. Both sides on the edge of their seat.
Central Warriors clear out the lane. Tyler Vanover has the lane to himself. His second free throw attempt also hits nothing but net. Warriors now lead by 4. Stewart with the ball. We're down to 15 seconds left. Stewart pushes it down. He penetrates into the lane. He shoots the layup. It's good. Lehigh calling for the foul. Damon Lester with the ball. Throws it into Vanover. There's the foul. It's 52-50 with 5 seconds left. And we have a technical foul that's now being called. Waiting to see who the technical foul is on. I believe we are going to have a technical foul called on Tyler Vanover. Tyler Vanover was fouled on the inbounds. He must have done something after the foul was called, and the official is going to give him a technical foul on the play. So if I'm correct, what's going to happen now, Austin, is Tyler Vanover will go to the line to shoot 2 as he was fouled on the inbounds. Lehigh will come back and shoot the 2 technical free throws, and here's the key, Austin. Lehigh will get possession of the basketball. So Tyler Vanover now steps up to the line. There will be no one on the line. He'll shoot it by himself. Again, we have 5.4 seconds left. Central leads 52-50. Tyler Vanover now sets. His first free throw attempt is good. Central now leads 53-50. He gets another free throw attempt. He's got the ball from the official. He dribbles it. His second attempt is also good. Warriors now lead 54-50. But again, Vanover was called for the technical foul on the previous possession. That will give the Generals a chance to shoot 2, and they are going to send their 1,000-point scorer to the free throw line, Jacob Stewart. Got a little controversy and a little conversation by the officials here at half court. Warriors fans are all on their feet cheering on their team. I think right now we're just trying to figure out where the ball will be inbounded after the technical foul. It's going to be at half court.
A lot of turn of events there. The Warriors were up with just a few seconds left. Looked like they could just get the ball in. They could go ahead and run the clock out. This technical foul is really throwing a wrench in things.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see what Vanover did to get the technical foul. I'm sure it had something to do with the previous possession when he was fouled hard by Whitaker on that up pass. Again, he hit the floor pretty hard. He was pretty upset about it, but was able to step to the free throw line and knock down both free throws, and then got fouled again on the inbounds pass and must have said something or did something in retaliation and picked up the foul. Also, we may have to pick the microphone up, stand up for this final 5 seconds because we've now been blocked out by the fans. We've got cheerleaders on the court doing cheers. Both teams have their fans up. And it finally looks like Stewart is going to step to the free throw line to shoot the first of 2 technical free throws. He has the ball now on the free throw line. Takes a few dribbles. His first free throw attempt hits iron and will be no good. It rattled in and out. And it will be no good. 54-50. So this free throw becomes all the more important. He has to make this one to give Lehigh any shot at overtime and a tie. His second free throw attempt is good. Hits nothing but net. So 54-51. We have 5.4 seconds to go. It will be Lehigh basketball inbounding from half court. They need a 3 to tie. They have no timeouts remaining. I was wondering why they didn't call timeout on that last score. They couldn't stop the clock because they're out of timeouts, but Coach McAmis has elected to help Lehigh a little bit here. He's going to call a timeout to discuss what to do with his defense. I'll look for Lehigh to try to get the ball in Whitaker's hands or Collier's hands some way.
Or even Stewart, you know, they're a 1,000-point scorer. He's not done extremely well this evening, but he's still a great scorer, and they need to keep an eye on him as well.
There was a lot of discussion on this. That me as a head coach, sometimes I like to just see you go ahead and foul. Coach McAmis, the team only has 4 fouls. They're up 3. I wouldn't be against as soon as they inbound the ball, let a second run off of it, and you foul. That gets you to 5 team fouls. You make Lehigh reset, and then you look to do it again. That way you can kill a little bit of time. Just make sure you don't foul them on a shot. Again, with 5 seconds to go and 2 team fouls, letting a second or so run off on the inbounds and then committing the foul would just make Lehigh reset with less time. Let's see what Coach McAmis has in mind. He'll send out Elijah Hayes, Damon Lester, Ben Stallard, Landon Elkins, and Tyler Vanover. These must be the 5 he thinks has the best chance to defend whatever Lehigh has drawn up. Lehigh will inbound the ball across court at the half-court line. It'll be Collier set the inbounds. Lehigh runs off a few screens. The ball is inbounded into Fannin. It goes back to Collier. He penetrates in with his right. He dribbles around. He heaves the 3. It rattles in and out. It's no good. The Central Warriors will leave Ben-Hur, Virginia, with a 54-51 victory. Pretty good-looking shot by Collier. It looked good. It hit all the iron. It rattled in, and fortunately for the Warriors, it rattles out. And as I said, the Warriors will exit Ben-Hur with a Mountain 7 conference win. As we said, there's no such thing as any easy win. The Warriors came over and had to fight for it, but the bottom line is they'll leave here with the victory.
Yeah, they will, and I think that Coach McAmis has got to be proud of his team, the way they handled the end of that game. Definitely high intensity, but I think he's also going to be telling them, you know, hey, this goes to show that you can't let up. You know, they had the good second quarter, came out in the third quarter, played well, but in the fourth quarter, they let them slip back into it. And it shows that with just a few plays, a team can get right back into a game. And that shot very well could have fallen. And who knows what could have happened in overtime.
Yeah, anytime you have some shooters like Lehigh has that can knock down the 3, you know, anytime you're within striking distance, all it takes is a couple of deep 3 balls, and you can be right back in. We saw that again. The Warriors were up double digits there late in the fourth quarter. Whitaker hit a deep 3. It kind of cut the lead down to 6. They hit another shot. It cut it to 4. Warriors missed a couple of free throws. Let them get right back into it. And then luckily for the Warriors, Tyler Vanover was able to knock down those free throws late in the game. And then we exit here after that technical foul, a very questionable technical foul. Be interesting to see if Vanover did something or said something as to what the result was of that technical foul. But then it gave Lehigh the shot. But again, the Warriors will leave here with a 54-51 win.
Well, Lehigh had they had quite a bit of luck there towards the end of the game. They were throwing up deep 3s, and they just kept falling. It wasn't a lack of defense from the Warriors. It was just pure luck from Lehigh. But once again, the Warriors edged this one out. Advanced to 2-1 in district play.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of keep a close eye. I know I've got some fans there in front of us trying to keep us updated on what's going on in that Gate City John Battle game. I'll also have someone going down to try to get us some stats here for the Warriors before we sign off, give a couple quick rundowns who the leading scorers were, and maybe give you guys an updated possibly of that Gate City John Battle game if we can get that before we sign off. Again, though, also again a pretty exciting game. Again, Lehigh jumped out to that quick 18-13 lead, was on fire from the deep three ball. Then the Warriors kind of really picked it up in the second quarter, went on that 14-0 run in the second period. Lehigh didn't score until the final 5 seconds. They actually made 2 free throws with 3.5 seconds to go, or else they would have been held scoreless in the second period. Warriors went into the half up 7, went to the third quarter up, went to the fourth quarter up double digits. And then Lehigh kind of fought and clawed their way back and actually gave themselves a shot there at the buzzer to send this game into overtime. They hit about all the rim it possibly could on that 3 ball by Collier, but again, it came up short.
Well, that's the beauty of sports. You never can count anybody out. It looked like Central was going to run away with this one. And after Lehigh came out swinging there in the first quarter, it's been a roller coaster of a game and ends on a high note if you're a Warriors fan, as it looks like we have some stats for the end of the game here.
Let's see what we got here. It looks like Tyler Vanover is going to lead the scoring here for the Warriors. He had 17, went 4 for 5 from the free throw line there in that fourth quarter. Again, missed that one on that front end of the 1-and-1. Knocked down 3 threes, again leading the Warriors scoring with 17. Coming in next was Elijah Hayes. He had 15, had a pair of threes and a couple twos and some free throws. He'll be second scoring for the Warriors with 15. They'll be the 2 only guys for the Warriors in double figures. Next on the leaderboard here is Damai Lester with 8 points. Good job tonight by Damai after being held scoreless against John Battle. Knocked down a couple of threes and a 2. He had 8 points on the night. Then after that, we got a couple guys with 4 points. Ben Styler chipped in 4, and Bryson Collins chipped in 4. Jordan Bishop knocked down a 3 in the fourth period, giving him 3 points. Trey Mullins had a pair of points, had 2 points. And then Landon Elkins made a free throw there in the first period for 1. Landon Elkins probably maybe kicking himself a little bit in the locker room, missed a couple of easy layups right there on really good penetration, or else could have given him a few more points there. But again, leading the way tonight, Tyler Vanover and Elijah Hayes. Vanover with 17 points, Elijah Hayes with 15. And just a quick update, it looks like we're not going to be very happy Warriors fans, at least on the Gate City side, as the Gate City Blue Devils have stretched it out to a 64-55 lead with 4:20 remaining in that contest. Again, the game went into the fourth period tied, and Gate City has kind of stretched that out here in the fourth period. Again, that was 10 minutes ago, so it's probably winding down now. It's now 66-59 with about 2 minutes to go. So pretty good job by John Battle keeping that contest close. Be curious to see what they were able to do to keep Gate City off the scoreboard. Again, we saw John Battle there last week or earlier this week, and the Warriors laid it to them. But they go over to, or either Gate City rolled into there or they rolled over to Gate City, and the Trojans giving the Blue Devils all they can handle tonight.
Well, like we've seen with this game, I mean, John Battle ain't out of it. They're only down, I think, 6. With a couple minutes left, anything can happen there. But you got to remember, Gate City is the defending state champs, and they got 2 D1 athletes that usually lead them in scoring, so we'll see how it pans out. With that being said, Coach
McCann was supposed to do a quick interview. Hey, man, we're being blessed tonight. You got him, Austin. You got him. You interview. I don't like talking to him.
Once again, the Warriors edge out the Lehigh Generals as a 3-point victory there. So on this super night, I think the JV boys, the varsity girls, and the varsity boys all come away with wins. I'm joined now by Central's head coach, TJ McAmis. Tell us what you thought about that game.
I thought our boys battled extremely hard. This is always a hard place to play. I've brought some really good teams over here and walked away with an L. So anytime you can walk away from Lehigh over here with a W, you got to be happy. I was concerned before the game about our mental focus, and I didn't think that it was where it needed to be, and that showed early. And then what you've seen in the course of the game is my guys. They got focused on the little things, and I think they only scored 2 points in the second.
Yep.
And then in the third quarter, I don't think they scored that much. I hadn't seen the stats on that. And then the fourth quarter, they made some huge shots. We turned the ball over, and then we made a bad decision and kind of let them have an opportunity at the end. But if we'd have took care of things at the end like we were, I think Elijah missed an easy shot there. And I think Tyler, he got the technical foul, which was not good. And, of course, we talked about that, and, of course, we'll continue, which, he did. When they fouled, you had one guy foul and another kid come across his head. I don't know if y'all seen it, had him in a headlock.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop the play. there was a whistle, and then that, whatever. That stuff happens in basketball, but he responded and he shouldn't have, and so we just, we did a good job to hold on to the win. So.
Well, nevertheless, you come away with another win, a district win. You advanced 2-1 in the district. So you got to be happy with the way you walk out of here tonight.
I'm very happy with the way we walk out of here tonight, and I can't say enough about the fight of my guys. I thought they fought every possession. So I'm going to let you talk to Damon Lester here. I thought Damon was one of the players of the game for us. He come in, gave us a spark, played some outstanding defense, and he really helped us tonight. He played with confidence. So I'm going to let him talk to you tonight.
All right.
Here we go.
So now we're joined by Damon Lester, Warriors guard. And you hit some good shots there, hit 2 threes and knocked down a mid-range J. What are your thoughts on your performance?
I've had struggles lately in the past few games, but I come in the same mindset every time we play, and I just do what I can for the team. I don't try to do too much, and I feel like tonight I've done better than other games, and I just feel like it was a good performance by me and the team, because it was a team effort anytime you play.
Absolutely, and I think that you're maybe one of the underrated players on the team. You may not score a ton, but you score when you need to. You make good passes. You're a great ball handler, good defensive player, great all-around player, and it showed tonight. You made some key shots, and everybody had to chip in for this W.
Yeah, we worked hard. It wasn't the best win, but we got it done, and a win's a win, and we keep going.
That's right. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll sign off here from Ben-Hur, Virginia, here in Lee County, Lee High School. I'm Austin Yeary signing off. We'll see you next time.